is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be restoring this 100-year-old truck in APM, and we're going to bring it back to life. This thing is going to look like brand spanking new. So if you guys are excited for this full restoration, smash the like button and then subscribe because it does mean a lot to me. And I think we should begin with the video. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another APM video, and today we have a good old rescue that we are going to be doing and restoring with this nice and old 100-year-old truck. Well, I guess we gotta go and find it right now because I kind of don't know where it is. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin with this video. So what I do know is that it's gonna be around this dirt road, which means we gotta go and find this 100-year-old truck so we can restore it and bring it back to life. So we don't have too much time. As you guys can see, it is the morning right now, but you guys know time goes super fast in this game. So we're gonna be taking the beautiful GMC Denali Ultimate. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness, this thing is such a beauty, you guys. So we're gonna be taking this bad boy to the trailer store, which I think I gotta make a right turn right here, and then we're gonna go and pick up this trailer so we can throw on and rescue this truck. But apparently this is gonna be like a Ford, which I'm really excited, you guys. You guys know I'm pretty much a big fan of Ford, and I say this because one of my best looking trucks is actually a lifted Ford truck. It's pretty nice. I think you guys have seen it. It's like all white. It's pretty cool. But like I said, we're making our way back into town so we can pick up this trailer and make our way towards that dirt road so we can find this old and rusty bucket. But let me make sure the road is clear, which it looks like it is clear, and we are now at the trailer store. So I'm gonna quickly turn this thing around and get it connected to this nice looking trailer. Look at this thing. Not a bad looking trailer. I was able to rent this out for the day since we're probably gonna use it most of the day. And something that I love about this is that it includes a nice cable so we can pull this truck. So enough of the yap, let's get into the truck. There we go. Let me turn this thing on and let's get out of here. But it's kind of been a while, you guys. I think the last time we restored a vehicle, it might have been like over 2 months ago. So I'm really happy that I am back to restoring these trucks. Well, I guess truck in this case. We might restore more trucks in the future, which is super important for you guys to smash the like button and subscribe so you guys won't miss out on that type of content. But we're here on the dirt road. So oh wait, is it in there? I don't know. Hold on, let me quickly run over here. Dude, it's gonna be so funny if it's gonna be in here because we just pretty much passed it. But let me open up the door, and oh, there is no cars. Oh man. All right, so let me close that up. I seriously thought there was gonna be a car in there, but there is absolutely nothing. All right, that's fine. We can continue looking. The search is not over. And okay, APMC, I don't think it's gonna be in here, but just to be safe, we're gonna pull in and we're gonna try to see if there's any abandoned trucks around here, which it does not look like it. I mean, we could check in here, but I doubt it. I'm pretty sure there's only pallets of seed that they use to plant them in the farms. But let's go inside, and yeah, it is super empty in here. So we're gonna close that back up because I don't want the owners of this place to get mad at me. So I'm gonna hop right back in, and oh whoa, what is that? Did we just find something? There's a house over there. Let's go check that out. Let's go see if they have a barn with a old and rusty truck that we could rescue today. So let me pull in back into the dirt road, and we're gonna pull into the driveway of this house, which I think it looks pretty promising. So we're gonna turn on those blinkers and we are gonna pull in. So far I don't no way, you guys, no way. I think we just found it. Look at this. Holy moly, look at this rust bucket. It is so old. I can't believe that we are gonna be restoring this bucket, but first we have to rescue it. So I'm gonna get back in the truck, turn it around so we can back the trailer and get it connected towards the cable. So let me kind of move a little bit forward and slowly back up this trailer just like so. Oh, that's a little bit too much to the right. All right, we're doing pretty good, and I think that is gonna be the perfect spot. All right, so let me throw this in park. There you go. Oh, I didn't mean to turn that on. And let's see if we can quickly attach it to the trailer. So let's throw down these rims just like so, and let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try to move the wheels to the right. There we go. So we can start pulling it and it can go onto the trailer carefully. So let's grab onto the cable. We're gonna connect it to the front of the truck. There we go. And let's see if this thing is gonna work. So we're gonna start retracting this. All right. Oh, okay. So it looks like it's working. I just gotta fix the wheels. I'm gonna put them a little bit towards the right side because I don't want this truck to be too much to the edge of the trailer. So let's continue doing this. All right. And then I'm gonna keep adjusting the wheels. Honestly, this is actually actually looking way better than I thought. And now let me just adjust them one more time. All right, so it looks like they are starting to go onto the ramps, the wheels. That's what I was talking about. And then I'm gonna straighten out the wheels just like that, and let's see if this is gonna work. Come on, a little bit more. All right, not bad, not bad. I think I need to move the wheels a little bit towards the right. Let me do that. There we go. And then let me finish retracting this just like so. I believe if we put them straight just like that, we should be able to be finished with loading up this 100-year-old truck onto the trailer. So let's quickly finish this off. Oh my goodness, this is actually working, you guys. This is so sick. All right, we just need to pull a little bit more. Oh no, is this thing stuck? Hold on. Pull a little bit more. Honestly, I think that's actually good. So I'm gonna put the straps down on every side just like so. There we go. Look at that. We've got the straps connected to every side of the truck. Dude, this is gonna be one of the best transformations I have ever done in this game. So it looks like the sun is about, it looks like it's about 2 p.m. Oh my goodness, we gotta get moving. Let me pull up the ramps. I'm gonna connect them to the strap right here. There we go. And let's get out of here. I'm gonna hop in, turn on this beauty, and we're gonna turn off those hazards because we don't need them anymore. And now it's time to take it to the shop so we can get this thing looking like brand spanking new, and then we're gonna test it out and see if this thing can actually turn on, which hopefully it does, because if it doesn't turn on, then I'm not gonna be able to sell it and flip it for a profit. But we have the main road right here, so let's turn on those blinkers. Make sure to always turn on your blinkers. We want to be responsible citizens, and the mechanic shop should be right here. So let's pull in, let's drive this road, and ooh, look at this gas station. How much is the gas right here? Oh my goodness, it is so expensive. Holy moly guacamole, I do not have that kind of money. All right, so we are here at the mechanic shop. I'm gonna pull in into one of these garage spots so we can throw in this 100-year-old truck. So let me quickly hop out and let's open in this garage right here. We're gonna throw it in right here and fix it up. So I'm gonna hop in and I'm gonna slowly back up just a little bit, and then we're probably just gonna throw this thing into neutral and finish unloading this thing from the trailer. So let's pull down the ramps. I'm gonna quickly hop into this thing. I'm gonna see if this thing works. Okay, so this thing does not want to move. I'm gonna turn off the parking, throw this thing into neutral, and yes, it's working. Let's go. W's in the chat. All right, now it's time for the fun part. So the first thing we have to do is take off all of the rust on the paint. So there we go. And then let me take the rust off from the bottom panels. Nice. And now we can just fix the color, which I think we might do a nice red. So we're gonna go right here, and then we're gonna bring it all the way down, and then we're gonna add some reflectance on this thing just a little bit, not too much. Oh, this is nice, you guys. Dude, oh my goodness, this is actually looking really good. Next up is gonna be the bottom panel. I think I might make it like a nice gray. There we go. And let's drop this a little bit, add some reflectance. Oh, look, you guys, we are cooking, chats. We're gonna quickly fix up the engine. We're gonna add some power to this thing. There we go. And lastly, we need to fix up the wheels and tires. So let's fix up the suspension by raising it from the back, and then we're gonna raise the front just like so. I think that's actually a really good height, you guys. Let me just fix the minimum length just like that, and we're gonna grab some brand new tires, put them on, and look at that. Yo, this thing is looking so nice. And I believe that is gonna be it for this truck right here. I'm gonna quickly open this garage so we can pull out and test this truck out. We're gonna see if this thing is actually gonna turn on right now. So let's give it a crank in 3, 2, and oh my goodness, it's actually working, you guys. No way. Yo, this is sick. I am speechless. I don't know what to say, you guys. I'm so happy this thing is working. All right, so let's go around the block and let's see how this thing performs. And whoa, this thing got some kick. And the thing is, like, it's 100 years old. So I am very, very surprised on how good this thing is performing. And look at that, we fixed the suspension like brand spanking new. So I think it should be able to go on some rocks. Let's actually see it right here. Let's give it a little test, suspension test. Look at that. Yo, this thing is performing like if it was bought like brand new. Not bad, you guys. This is pretty sick. So let me turn this thing around, and we're gonna get this thing loaded on the back of the trailer because we're gonna take it to the dealership so we can sell this thing for a profit. So we're gonna go inside and get this thing loaded back onto the trailer. All right, slowly, carefully, and boom, look at that. We got this thing parked up like a professional. So all we gotta do is throw up the rims and make our way towards the dealership. Alrighty, it looks like we do have an intersection. So let's turn on those blinkers, make sure it's clear so we can make that nice turn, and the dealership is gonna be right there. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's a nice red building. It's super big. Like, I believe this actually might be the biggest building in American Plains Mudding. But let's pull in and we're gonna get this thing parked up right here at the front so they can check it out and they could probably potentially buy it. So we're gonna quickly drop those ramps. There we go. And we're gonna hop back into this beast right here so we can park it right at this spot. All right, we can turn this thing off and look at this. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, chat. We ended up cooking with this build right here. Holy moly, this should be my thumbnail. But honestly, I think I did a really good job with this restoration. Let me know if I did a good job. If not, then I'm gonna be so sad. But if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe because it does mean a lot to me. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be playing APM, another beautiful day in American Plains Mudding. And today we have quite a different job because we're gonna go and find a old rusty skid steer and bring it back to life. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. So we have our beautiful GMC Denali right here, so let's get in. Look at those. Oh my goodness, did you guys see the running boards on this thing? I don't think you guys saw. Hold on, look at this. I spent so much money on this, but hey, it looks so cool. But let's start making our way to my buddy's house because we're gonna go and pick up a trailer in order for us to get that skid steer loaded up and taken to the mechanic shop, and we're gonna be able to completely restore it like brand new over there. And now my buddy's house should be located, actually, where's my buddy's house? I know it's kind of in the middle of town, so we're gonna go and make our way towards the middle of town. But he was so kind to let me use his trailer, so let's pull into the main road because we gotta make our way towards the city. Let me turn on my blinkers and let's make a right turn. But this is actually going to be my first time restoring a skid steer in APM, and I think one of the ways we're gonna try to save this thing is by using our winch. So hopefully that goes well. If not, then we might even have to go and pick up the brand new wrecker. Hopefully we don't, because that is gonna be a lot of work. But anyways, look at that. We got my buddy's trailer connected to my GMC. Let me just make sure this thing is nice and secure. All right, looks good. I think we are ready to head out. Hopefully this skid steer fits up right here. And oh my goodness, it also has a winch. Nice. All right, so this is gonna be very handy because we're gonna be pulling this skid steer out of a whole mess. It's been abandoned pretty much for who knows how many years. But anyways, this skid steer is gonna be located on this farmhouse right here on that property. No one currently lives there, which is kind of the reason why we're gonna go on that property, because if someone lived there, yeah, that would not be okay. But anyways, we have about a couple hours left. It looks like it's about 1 p.m. The goal is to make sure we do this job by the afternoon. It is a race against time. Anyways, let's start making a left turn onto this dirt road because this is going to be the path that we need to take to arrive to the house. I'm also going to pray that it does not start raining because I did check the weather app and it looks like it might start raining at 5 p.m. So hopefully let's pray it doesn't rain because it looks very cloudy, or at least it's starting to get very cloudy. But anyways, I see the farmhouse right there. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Oh, look at the water. It looks really nice. Oh, hold on. We got to make a right turn. So let me start slowing down and let's start making a right turn right here. All right, let's see. I don't know where it exactly is, so we kind of have to search for it, kind of like an egg hunt. Let's have our eyes peeled and see if it's gonna be around here. I don't see it so far. Let's see, under the tree, nothing. Yeah, I don't see anything. Is it behind the house? Hold on, it might be behind the house. Let's take a look and see if the skid steer is gonna be right here. And oh nope, there is completely nothing. Dude, there is nothing back here. It is a bunch of land and farmland, but no skid steer. But let me get back in the GMC. Oh my goodness, this thing is a beast. All right, let me turn this thing on, and it's kind of dark, so let me turn on my lights because it is very dark. Wait a minute, what is that? I see something bright right there. Is that? Oh my goodness, no way. I think we might have just found the skid steer. Let's take a look, and oh my goodness, we found it. Let's go. Dude, how do we pull this out? It is deep in the bushes. I mean, we can try to pull it from the rear, but I don't know if that's gonna work. I mean, we can try to pull it with the trailer. I don't know if that's going to work, so let me get in the truck and let's get this thing kind of turned around and see if it's gonna work or not. But let me back up just a little bit, not too much. Give me a second. Let me just straighten myself up just like so, and we're gonna pull down the ramps. Come on, ramps, go down. And ooh, there go the ramps. All right, let me grab the cable and I'm gonna see if I can pull this thing. Let's pull it from this side first. I don't know if this is gonna work. All right, let's start retracting it. And oh, is it getting pulled? I think it's working. No way, this is actually working. All right, this is as much as I'm gonna pull, so let me quickly disconnect this. How do I disconnect this right here. Oh, there you go. Now it's disconnected. Let's see. How do we get it loaded? Oh, actually, you know what? I have an idea. All right, we are now back in the truck. Now, what I'm going to do is back the trailer up so we can just load up the skid steer. All right, let me carefully do this because actually, you know what? Oh, this is really nice because it is pretty difficult to move the trailer with the ramps down. I should have done that first. All right, let me try this again. All right, so I have the trailer kind of lined up with the skid steer. So I have an idea. I'm going to pull down the ramps and then I'm going to grab the cable and let's see if we can connect it towards the rear just like so. And let's see if this works. If this doesn't work, then I give up. Alrighty, let's start pulling this thing. And so far, so good. Slow and steady wins the race. And I feel like this thing is not going to work. It's way too much to the side. Hold on, let me try to turn the wheels on this thing. Wait a minute. It's actually working. No way, but it's kind of a little bit towards too much to one side. But I mean, that's fine. As long as this thing is on the trailer, I am not complaining. But let me make sure all of the straps are nice and secure. And it looks like they're all ready to go. So let me throw up the ramps because we are now ready to take this thing to the mechanic shop. And it looks like we're still good on time. We have about 2 hours left before the sun starts kind of heading downwards. So let's start making our way over there. Now the drive is going to be not too far away because the town is right here. But look at this thing. I did not think I was going to be able to get the skid steer loaded up onto the trailer. But I wonder what the original color was. I think this might have been a white color. I don't know. But what I do know is that these machines is that they're really good at picking up dirt. But we are back on the main road, so let's start turning. Oh, that was a really hard turn because this skid steer is very heavy. But I think we have the mechanic shop right here, so let's pull in. Oh, hold on, don't go too much to the side. You're gonna give me a heart attack. On the way back, I'm gonna get some gas because I am very low on gas right now. But we are now here at the mechanic shop. But let me open up this garage door so we can pull in and we can get this skid steer loaded up, fixed, and a brand new paint job. So let me throw down the ramps. There's the button, and then let's hop into this thing. All right, let me quickly turn this thing on and let's get oh my goodness, dude, it is so rusty in here. We're gonna fix it right here, and the first thing that we are going to do is we're gonna remove all of this rust. So let's remove all of that rust, and oh my goodness, it's starting to look very good. So I'm gonna make this a little bit darker, and then I'm gonna add some reflectance just like so. Next up, we're gonna add 25 extra power, and I think that is gonna be it. I don't think we can add any attachments. Suspension, I'm not gonna touch any of this. All right, I think we're good. That was actually very easy. But let's take this into the sun. Let's see if this thing looks better. And oh my goodness, this thing looks so good. Look at this, dude. We made it like brand spanking new, and we added 25% extra power. Now I have an idea. I think I'm gonna go sell it to the dealership. So let's start making our way over there. Now I just gotta get this thing loaded up back onto the trailer. So let's quickly do that. I'm gonna hop into this thing, and let me turn this thing around and let's carefully load her up. But so far this job has been pretty easy, except when I had to kind of get it out of that ditch because it was covered in grass and all sorts of gunk. But let me hop in my GMC and let's start making our way towards the dealership. Now I'm gonna try to get that close on my way out because I am a responsible citizen. And now the dealership should be down towards the trailer store, passing the tool store. Hopefully we can get, actually, you know what, we cannot sell this at the dealership. We can actually sell this at the implement store. What was I thinking, you guys? All right, so good thing we have the implement store on the right side of the trailer store. Alrighty, we are here at the implement store. We arrived very fast, and now I think I'm gonna park the skid steer right here. So let me actually park right here, turn on my hazard lights, and then let's throw down the ramps. There you go. And then we're gonna take off all the straps. Let me quickly do this, and then let's carefully unload her. All right, let's carefully do this, and whoa, oh my goodness. Let me just spin this thing around and let me get it parked right here in the back, just like so. Whoa, that was actually really good. I'm impressed. Now let me just turn off the key, and boom. Well, let's head into the shop and see how much we can get for this machine. So let's see how much we can get out of this thing. And hello, good sir, what is your name? My name is Hakai. John, your name is John. What's up, John? Well, how much can I get for that thing out there? It's a nice skid steer. It's like brand spanking new. How much can I get for it? 30,000. Yeah, that's That's you got yourself a deal. I'm gonna leave it parked right there, and here are the keys. Oh my goodness, you guys, we just got $30,000 from this thing, dude. When we found it, it was not worth $30,000. It was worth like 15,000, but we got it for free, dude. That was a steal. But anyways, let's throw up the ramps. We're gonna return my buddy's trailer because this is obviously not mine, and I don't want to be taking something that is not mine. So let me get this thing turned around, and thankfully my buddy's house is literally down the road. Let me just make sure the road is clear, which it looks like it's pretty clear today. I haven't seen anyone today. It's been a ghost town. Where is everyone? But we have arrived at my buddy's house. Let me just get this thing backed up. Oh, hold on, that was the wrong way. I had my wheel turned completely the wrong way, and I am so embarrassed. I look like a complete noob. But let me get my trailer parked. Well, not my trailer, the trailer parked right here. Let me just quickly disconnect it, and let's get out of here because, oh, I forgot, we need to go get gas. All right, let's quickly go get gas. I completely forgot about it. And then we're gonna be able to start making our way back home. Let me turn on my lights because we have the gas station right here, and oh my goodness, how much is gas? Almost $3. What the heck? Why is gas so expensive? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna go pour, you guys. By the way, I just made $30,000. All right, let me grab my gas. We gotta fill this thing up all the way. There you go, successfully refilled. And now let me quickly grab a drink. Let's see, I want a drink. Ooh, what is this? A Bloxy Cola? I'll take this. Yo, it's on me. Let me close that, and let's take a little sip of this thing. And oh my goodness, what happened to my head? What the heck? Oh my goodness, that was scarier than any nightmare I've had since last night. But anyways, it looks like the sun is about to go down in 30 minutes, which is a really good sign because we managed to do this job before the sun set. But for now, we're gonna make our way back home, and I'll meet you guys over there. Alrighty, everyone, home sweet home. I cannot believe we are back home and we managed to beat the sun. Let me get my truck parked up in the driveway. Hold on, let me just carefully do this. I think this is good. Turn this bad boy off, and boom, that was a successful mission, and we got some money. Hey, anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video of APM, and today we're gonna be going and checking out a brand new vehicle. I guess it's gonna be new for me, but it's gonna be like a 1940s Ford. It's a really nice truck that I found on Facebook Marketplace, but we're gonna be checking that out in today's video. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. As you guys can see, I am in a complete full server of people, so hopefully there's not too much of a chaos. But we're gonna be taking our work truck because if I do end up buying this Ford truck, I'm gonna have to go and pick up a trailer. So let's go check it out right now. We're gonna head over to his place right now. He lives in a pretty nice farm, so I feel like it's an older gentleman that is gonna be selling this Ford. He said to go check it out. He said he's gonna be not home because he's currently on vacation. I think he went to Hawaii or something, but he said if I like it, just send them money through like a wire or Zelle. But we're gonna see right now just to send them like a check. So let's make a left. Actually, you know what, I think it's gonna be straight ahead. Yeah, let's go straight ahead. It should be right down here, and then we're gonna make a left turn onto his property. I'm really excited. I'm thinking about turning this thing into an off-roading beast because I have the TRX, and it made me realize that I really love off-roading, and it gave me the opportunity to turn this one into an off-roading vehicle too. So that's kind of the main reason I really want to buy this thing. I think it would just be a really nice project car, I guess project truck in this case. But this is going to be his property. Let me just, yeah, I think this is his property. Let me just check my phone. Okay, so this is the address he sent me, so it's gonna be correct. Let me pull in and let me see where the work truck is. I actually don't know where the work truck is going to be. Let me just give this a tour around. Oh, what if it's, I think it's in here. Hold on, let me quickly pull in. I want to see if it's in here. No, it's completely empty. It's a really nice kind of warehouse he's got going on. I'm not sure, what do you guys call this, a warehouse or a giant garage? But let me hop in back in my truck. So far I do not see anything. I wonder if there's like he has a different part. Oh wait a minute, it's open right here. Is it in here? I think it might be in here. Nope, it's not in here, but he did leave his garage open. But I'm gonna close that for him. I'm gonna be a nice citizen. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I think I'm just gonna end up leaving because I do not see any. Wait. I think there's a road right here. Hold on, it might be down here. Why is it kind of dark? It's kind of dark down here. Feels like I should turn off my headlights. But wait a minute, is that it? Yo, look at this. This is freaking insane. Look at this beauty. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. What a nice truck. Let me hop on the hay bale. Boinga, boinga, boinga. Yo, this dude, I don't care. I'm gonna buy this immediately. Let's open up the tailgate. right. And oh my goodness, look how clean this is. It's so clean. I can probably eat my McDonald's off the trunk of the bed. All right, let me close this. Oh, what a close parking spot. Yeah, let me quickly send them the money. Let me do this. Okay, so I sent him the money. He said I can take it. So let's get back in my truck and let's get out of here because we're gonna go pick up a trailer so we can get this thing loaded up and take it home. Or I guess we might take it to the mechanic shop first so we can customize it and turn it into like an off-roading truck. But so far, I really haven't seen anyone today, even though we're in a complete full server. But anyways, we have a stop sign right here. Let me make a right turn just like so. And then let's go through the back of the trailer store because I feel like it's faster if I go through the back. So let me do this. So far, I still do not see anyone. Oh, wait a minute. I think that's gonna be, oh, whoa, that person is driving so fast. Gonna go through the car wash. That was a free car wash right there. Oh my goodness, look at this. There's a lot of people today. There is a lot of people today. All right, so let me turn on my emergency lights because we're gonna quickly park right around here. Hold on, that is a terrible parking spot. I think that should be better. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right, let's go and order a trailer so we can grab our truck. Hello, Mr. Sir. Thank you, Mr. Sir. All right, so I just placed an order for a trailer. Let's see if they managed to put it out and see if we can take it already. And oh, it looks like it's going to be this one right here. All right, let me turn this bad boy around, get it connected, and bang. Ooh, look at that truck. Boy, wait, hold on. Is this the same truck that I'm gonna be buying? Yo, this is a nice build. Oh, he's changing the color of it. Hopefully it doesn't crash. All right, so let me hop in my truck right here. There we go. And let's make our way back to the guy's house so we can take this truck back home. Or I guess the mechanic shop. So let me go around this guy. Let me turn on my blinkers and let's pull it onto this road. Oh my goodness, look how fast that guy is still going. He's gonna end up flipping. I'm telling you right now, he's gonna end up flipping because he's driving super reckless. Why is this camper stopping? Dude, this camper better not stop because I'm gonna end up hitting him in the rear camper side. All right, so it looks like they're going. Oh, whoa, I don't know what these people are doing. All right, so we're out of that mess. Let's pull onto our dirt road. If they can go and crash into each other, if they want to be driving crazy. But let me check my map, make sure we're going the right direction. And okay, so we are going the right direction. And honestly, we can just take this dirt path because it's gonna be way faster and easier to get to the truck. What are those, cows? I don't know if that's cows or like what kind of animal that is, but let me quickly pull in front of it. I'm gonna get the trailer parked right here, put my emergency lights, and let's pull down the ramps of this thing like so. All right, he told me the keys were under the carpet, so let me see if the keys are inside the carpet. I think, oh, it's right here. All right, so I grabbed the keys of the truck, so let me turn this bad boy on. And oh, look at that, dude, this thing is running like brand new. Holy moly guacamole. Yo, this thing is such a beauty. I love this color. All right, let me back up and get it loaded on the back of our trailer just like so. Let me make sure this is perfect. Awesome. All right. Oh, no, I didn't mean to sit right there. All right, let's close the ramps. Do not hit my truck. Okay, that was close. I don't think it hit it. Anyways, let's get out of here. I think we can just go up here. Hopefully my truck does not have any issues going up here. It shouldn't. So I'm gonna keep my emergency lights on because people gotta know I got a brand new truck and this is a heavy load. So make sure the road is clear and then make sure this road is clear as well. And let's get out of here. Let's make our way to the mechanic shop and turn this thing into a complete beast. Honestly, I'm really grateful that it is not raining today, but it looks like it definitely does want to rain today. Look at the clouds. They do not look happy. They kind of look like it wants to rain a little bit, but the sun is about right there. It looks like it's about 11 p.m. or even 12, yeah. But let me make sure the road is clear. Okay, we are ready to turn right here, just like so. And oh my goodness, what is going on? Yo, that guy just jumped over the APM drivers. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest, but they're kind of reckless. They're pretty insane like me. Oh my, yep, I told you guys. Anyways, we're back into the city right here. So let me make our right turn, kind of wide and turn. Ooh, those are some nice trucks. Did he spawn the same thing? Oh, we have another crazy driver. Oh, no, do not hit me. Oh my goodness. He almost ended up hitting me. Dude, that was pretty scary. Ooh, what's going on around here? There's an entire neighborhood right here. Look at this. This is pretty nice. Oh, whoa, gotta be careful, man. But it looks like there's a full neighborhood right here. It looks very lively. But we have the mechanic shop right here. So let's pull in. We're gonna go through this entrance right here and we're gonna throw it in park just like so. Let me quickly hop in this thing. I think I might just customize it. Actually, I don't think I can. Oh, wait a minute. The ramps. Holy moly. I forgot to place the ramps. That was super close. I was about to wreck my brand new truck. That could have been super bad. But let me turn right here and let's get this thing customized. So accept. I'm not gonna change the paint. I think the paint already looks phenomenal. But we have the engine. Let's add 25% extra power and let's add supercharger. Let's do that. Let's not add too much power. Now for the suspension. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting. All right, what if we just raise it to the max? I wonder how that is gonna look. Okay, honestly, it does not look bad. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that because we're gonna use this for off-roading. Now for the attachments, we're gonna need a light bar, and then we're gonna need, we don't need this. What else do we need? Oh, we kind of need a roll bar, don't we? Yeah, we need a roll bar just in case we flip over. Should we add a headache rack? I kind of want to add one. I really love the looks of these headache racks. I think they look super nice, but I don't know what the heck. Who is that guy? I don't know if it goes with the truck. I don't know, because I'm not a fan of the head rack. You know what? I think I'm gonna take the head racks off. Let me take that off. Wait, was I saying a head rack? I mean the roll bar. But what I am gonna add is a grill guard. I think that looks pretty sick. That looks nice. I think I need a winch as well. I don't know if I need a winch just in case I get stuck in the mud. So let me just place it just in case of an emergency, and I think that is going to be it. All right, I think that is it. Let me go around this guy. Ooh, that's actually a nice color, black and orange. And let's quickly find a mountain, or I guess let's just take it to a mountain because I want to test this thing out. I want to see how this thing performs going uphill, but this thing is pretty fast. Look at that. Not too bad, not too shabby. Alrighty, everyone, we are now gonna go on one of the hardest paths that an off-roading vehicle can go to. So we're gonna take it right here. It's right now, it's like about midday, so we have enough time, enough daytime to go through this track, and so far it's not having any issues. Oh, maybe I'm speaking too soon, but all right, let's make a left turn, carefully turn. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. All right, let's do this part. All right, kind of do it a little bit fast. Turn right here. Okay, not bad, not bad. Oh no, 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 do not go into the water. Oh my goodness, we almost sunk into the water. That could have been super bad actually. Let me go around the tree and let's go up this hill. All right, so far not bad. It's a success, but we are still not finished. Let's go through this little kind of rocky hill, go down, and we're gonna make a turn right here. Always gotta be careful and make sure you never fall into this ditch or it's gonna be really bad. All right, let's get some speed because this looks pretty steep. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna crank it on the gas, and awesome, not bad. It's kind of dark, so let me turn on my lights. But so far so easy. Now this is actually the hardest parts of the entire track is going to be this hill because I typically get stuck when I don't take a really good off-roading truck. So let's do this. Come on. If it gets stuck, then that's fine, which it looks like it is going to be getting stuck. I'm gonna back up a little bit and I'm gonna step on it from all the way here and see if that is going to work. So let me step on it. Maybe this can work right here. Oh no, nope, it looks like it does not want to go up. All right, so I think that is going to be the maximum this truck can go, which, you know, it's not too bad because this thing is a 1942 Ford. But anyways, this is a really solid test and a solid truck that we managed to buy and build off Facebook Marketplace. But let me turn right here and turn on my headlights. I forgot to turn them off, but look at this thing. This thing is a complete champion. I love this truck so much. But honestly, what do you guys think about it? Is this a W or an L buy from Facebook Marketplace? But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to another, well, I guess going to be the first episode of this brand new series in American Plains Money. As you guys can see, this is kind of a little shed that I currently live in. I'm kind of homeless. Well, technically I'm not, but I'm really poor. But I have a plan to get rich and own my own farm and become the richest person in APM. So if you guys are excited for this 10-part series, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into this first episode. So we have my rusty old truck right here. I used my last $500 I had in my bank account and bought this truck off Facebook Marketplace. But this thing runs like a complete beauty, like brand new, and I have an idea on some jobs we can do with this. So if we come over here to my friend's property, you can see that he owns one of these old lawnmowers that we can use and get some jobs done today. The goal is to make $500 so we can buy a special attachment for my truck and we could get it to start hauling bigger items so we can start making more money. But first we gotta make these 500 bucks. So let me hop in my old rusty bucket. Let me turn this thing on and let's make our way to the trailer store because we're gonna go rent a trailer today because I do not have a trailer, nor I have enough money to actually buy one, but I do have enough money to actually rent one. So we're gonna go rent it out so we can throw on the lawnmower and we can start cutting some grass down. But with this special attachment that I'm gonna try to buy, is gonna go on the back of my pickup, and then it's gonna give me the ability to haul bigger items and essentially make more money. So I'm really excited to get that thing done. Hopefully we can do that in today's video because we do not have too much time. Once the sun sets, I cannot work anymore. But look at this, we have quite a selection today. Oh, let's see. All right, so we have this trailer. No, that's too big. Okay, this one's too big. Let me check this one, and this one's a little bit too big as well. But ooh, perfect. Yo, I think we found the perfect one. Okay, so let me get back in my truck and let's get it connected with this trailer. So there we go, and let me spin this thing around. Let me spin the block, carefully connect it. Oh, I missed it by a little bit. Okay, connect it, and there we go. We can now make our way back to, I guess, to my friend's property. I was about to say my home, but it's not my home. So we have got a stop sign, and let's put on our blinkers so we can start making our way back to the place. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back to the property. We're gonna pull into here. Let me just put on my blinkers just like so. And I don't think they work anywhere. Oh my goodness, that's how poor I am. But we're gonna pull this thing right around here. Actually, you know what? I think I can just go down here. Let me just turn on the lights. It is quite dark down here, so I'm gonna park right around here. Let me turn off this bad boy, and let's throw down the ramps so we can get this thing unloaded on the trailer. All right, so let me carefully back up. I'm having trouble seeing, so I'm gonna turn on the light. All right, just like so, we're gonna throw this in park, turn off the lights, and we're gonna throw up the ramps back up, and let's get out of here so we can start cutting some grass. I have a couple houses in mind that we're gonna go through and cut their lawns for them, and then lastly, we're gonna try to grab a big property so we can make the rest of our money. But look at the time, it is already 10 a.m. I literally just started the video and 2 hours have just flown by. Dude, that is freaking crazy. But I think the houses should be on the right side. Let's quickly check a map just to make sure. And okay, so I am correct, the houses are going to be on the right side. So let me quickly step on this because we are super short on time. Let's make a huge turn, and ooh, look at that truck. That truck looks super nice. Maybe when I'm rich or I have enough money, I'm gonna be able to get a brand new truck or at least an upgrade. But look at that, I see the houses in the distance. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm super glad that they got grass on their front lawns and it hasn't been cut yet. So I'm gonna pull over to the side. We're gonna throw on our emergency lights and we're gonna get all of this unloaded. Let me turn this thing off because I do not have that much money for gas. So let's get this thing unloaded from here. Let me hop in and let's get this thing turned on. Mower on. All right, nice. So we can now get this thing to work. Let me just turn off the lights because I don't need them right now. And we're gonna cut the front of this house right here. I don't know if I'm gonna cut the backyard. Ooh, look at that, dude. This looks pretty satisfying. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I think this has got to be one of the most satisfying jobs in APM. Just cutting grass is pretty satisfying. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree or not. But we are almost done cutting this section of the grass. I think we just need like 2 more passes and we should be completely done with this house. All right, we are on the last section and boom, look at that. We are done cutting the front of this house. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Holy moly, guacamole. Look at the edges on this thing. It is super crispy. Ooh, should I cut that section right there? I don't know if I should cut this section right here. I think I should maybe just like trim it from the side. All right, you know what? I'm gonna quickly do that. I'm gonna go above and beyond of my work and I'm gonna cut the sides. Let me actually start from this side right here. I feel like that would be a little bit more easier. All right, let me turn on the mower. It should be on now, and then let's cut this section and boom, look at that. It is looking crispy. All right, so we got that house pretty much done. They're gonna send me the money in a few minutes, but for now we're gonna continue with this house right here. This one looks a little bit bigger, I think. Yeah, I think it is a bit bigger in the front yard. So enough of the yap, let's get to work. I'm gonna turn this thing on. And is my mower on? Oh no, it's not. There we go. Let me turn this thing on and then we should start cutting the grass on this side, and then we're gonna move and cut the other side as well. But let me, oh, I think there's a giant rock right here, and then let me make a turn and boom. This is actually my first time cutting grass, so hopefully I am doing a good job, and I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty nice. We do not want HOA to come and start screaming at the owners. So let me cut this section and then let's turn right here and we're almost done. I feel like it's a little bit crooked. I might have to fix it just a tad bit. So let me cut it from this side and then, okay, there we go. Hold on, I think I missed a piece right here. So let's get that off. Let's get it off. There we go. Look at that. We got this thing all squared up. Dude, I better get paid a lot of money. If not, I'm never gonna come back to these houses. But let's see, what time is it? Oh my goodness, it's already 1 p.m. Let's go. Let's get this thing loaded back on the back of the trailer. So let me do this just like so. Boop. And let me close this. All right, we got 2 more properties to go, and then I think we should be finished for the day. Let me just turn off my emergency lights, and the house that we gotta go cut should be passing the police station. I think that's where it's gonna be. Let's quickly check on our map. And okay, so it looks like it is going to be over there. I'm gonna kind of step on it because I want to get there on time. I don't want that homeowner to get mad at me. So let's put on the blinkers and let's make a left turn right here. So I think this is going to be the main road that we have to take. Let me just quickly check, make sure there is no cars coming. And so far we've been paid over $300 plus tips, which is pretty good. We're actually very good on track to making the $500 we need for this special attachment. So we are here at the next property. I guess this is going to be our 3rd property. So let's pull over kind of into their driveway. Hopefully they do not get mad. I'm going to put on the emergency lights and let's get this thing unloaded. And look at this. We got a lot of grass to cut. So I'm gonna hop in and let's get this thing cutting. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of grass. But look at that, we can now see the path for their main door because that thing was covered with grass. It was very bad. A good thing they called me because we can now cut and mow their lawn. So we gotta cut this section right here, and we're gonna do a couple more of passes so we can get rid of all of this grass. They have a lot. Let me turn on the lights because I cannot see under here. It is super dark, and I do not want to miss any section because I don't want the homeowners to get mad. All right, so we're gonna cut this section right here. Let's trim the edges, make them sharp like brand new. We just need one more pass, and I think we should be pretty much finished with this house right here. All right, so we are done with that side of the house. I don't know if I should trim the edges. Should I trim the edges? You know what, let's do that. I'm gonna be nice. I want a tip, so let's trim the edges so they can look very sharp and new like so. And let me just turn off the mower and let's take a look on how this thing is looking. Look at that. Alrighty everyone, I think we are now done with this job, so let's get out of here. We got one more that we gotta go to. This house only paid me $100, so our total budget should be about, let's see, $400. Oh my goodness, you guys, we are so close to hitting our $500 mark. But let's go and make our way to the last job, which is actually going to be right here. We are going to be cutting the grass for the police station. Yep, this is going to be quite a job. So let me pull over right here. Let me turn off the engine, and I'm going to keep the emergency lights on. So let's get this thing unloaded, and you guys know the drill. We're going to cut the entire front lawn of the police station. So let's begin on the other side because it is a little bit smaller, so it's going to be a little bit more easier. So let me get the mower back on and let's start cutting the grass. Look at that, it's already looking 10 times sharper than it used to look. But oh my goodness, this is so satisfying. We can finally remove all this overgrown grass. Dude, this police station is gonna look so much better. So every time when someone passes, they're gonna see how nice it looks. But oh my goodness, I almost missed a spot right here. Let me get that removed. But we are still good on time. Surprisingly, I thought these jobs were gonna take a little bit longer, but thankfully they have not. We've been crushing these jobs, but we're almost done with this section right here. I think we gotta do one more pass and we should be good. Look at that, we are done with this side, and now we gotta do this gigantic section of the office. So I think I'm gonna do a quick time lapse. So in 3, 2, and 1. And would you take a look at that? We are now done with cutting the grass at the police station. Dude, this actually took a solid minute because I had to go under this tree and the brushes kept hitting my face. So hopefully I am not allergic, because if not, then you guys might see me in the hospital later today. But let's make our way back so we can start making our way back home. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention that job ended up paying us $300, which means we are now at $700. We ended up crushing our goal, and we're gonna have enough money so we can buy some gas and some food for the rest of the week. So it's good to know I'm gonna survive. But let's make a left turn right here, and we are now back home. Home sweet home. Dude, I missed home so much. Even though my home is quite small, it is fairly small. Well, I guess very small. You know, it's still something. I'd rather live in here than be homeless. But yeah, things could be a little bit worse, but it's only up from here. But if you guys did enjoy this first episode, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another episode from Rags to Riches. We just got a brand new job, and that is actually going to be helping the owner of this property with farming. He just told me that I gotta get my own tractor, which I have barely enough to buy, and we're gonna help him farm and make quite the money. He's gonna give me a large percentage of the amount I farmed today, or I guess the next 2 weeks, because that's how much I'm gonna be working for him. So let's go buy this brand new tractor, and if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So we have our truck right here. Let's get this thing turned on, and let's make our way to this guy's house that he was selling, like a used tractor that we can buy so we can use it to crop, I guess not crop, plant our crops. It is definitely seen better days, but it's quite the deal. I'm not gonna lie, it still works. So I think that's what matters, is that it works. And oh my goodness, I think I forgot my trailer. Well, you know what, I think we gotta buy this first. Where is the tractor? All right, so this is the tractor that we're gonna end up buying today. So let me hop out, and ooh, look at this thing. This thing is not nice. It's a little bit old, but it looks like brand new. It looks like he washed it right before we came. So I'm gonna send them the money and we're gonna go and get this trailer so we can get this thing loaded up and brought to our property. I'm so excited to farm. I don't think I've ever done this on this channel, so if you guys are excited as well, make sure to watch till the end. And oh my goodness, that was a huge rock. Holy moly. So this is pretty much the entire plot that we gotta farm today. There's a lot. I am not joking. This is a lot. I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish today. I mean, if we finish today before the sunset, dude, that is gonna be a huge W. So let me make a left turn. And where is my trailer? I don't remember where I left my trailer. Oh, I think it's right here. Oh my goodness. So let me carefully get this thing connected, and I think it's now connected, and we can now make our way back so we can buy this tractor. And the reason I'm gonna call him friend, my friend doesn't have his own tractor is because it's in this shop. Can you guys believe that it is in the shop? It ended up breaking down, and I guess he left it during like a huge thunderstorm, and water just got into the engine, and somehow this thing is no longer working. So it's gonna be out of commission for a good while. So oh, hold on, I think I missed the entrance. Let me make a U-turn right here, and let me pull into the property just like so, and let's pull onto this dirt road, and then we're gonna load up our tractor right on this trailer. I'm super glad that I bought this trailer in the beginning of one of the episodes. I think it might have been the third episode, but we are now here. I'm gonna get this thing parked up, turn the truck off, and let's pull down the ramp so we can get this thing. Oh my goodness, this is my second time leaving the ramps on. All right, so let me get on this bad boy. You guys know, let me turn on the lights and let me get this thing loaded on here. Wait a minute, is this gonna fit? Uh-oh, you guys, I don't think this is gonna fit. Oh no, we might have to get another trailer. All right, let's see if this thing fits or not. Little test, and oh no, yes, let's go. It actually fits. Yeah, yo, that is a huge W. All right, so we got this thing strapped down, all safe and secure, and let's get out of here. Let me just pull up the ramps and let me get back in the truck so we can get this job done as fast as possible, because trust me, when it comes to farming, it takes a while. I'm talking about maybe even days. So I'm gonna try to get this done before the night falls so we can get paid a lot of money. Like, I didn't know my friend makes $400,000 a year, but he said he's willing to give me half of that if I just help him farm. Who's gonna say no to that? I'm gonna say yes. Let's make our way back to the farm so we can get started right now. Let's make a left turn. I'm probably gonna make so much money, and then we're gonna buy our own plot of land so we can farm and then keep 100% of the profits instead only 50%. But we are now back, so let's get this tractor unloaded, and oh, looks like everything is already set up, which is gonna make it easier for me. So let me hop out, let me throw down the ramps. Boop, there we go, and let's get back into the tractor and let's get this thing unloaded because we have a lot of work to do. So where is the seeder? Is that, oh, I think this might be the seeder right here. Awesome. So let me carefully get this thing connected just like so, and let's fill this up with seeds because it currently has 0 wheat seeds and we got stuff to plant. Let me quickly turn around so we can load up this machine right here. Alrighty, everyone, we got this thing back up right next to the pallet, so let's start loading this thing up with seeds. So let's put in the first bag. I don't know how much seeds it's gonna require, so yeah, I might have to do a little time lapse. Alrighty, everyone, it looks like our seeder is now fully to the brim, so let's get this thing started up and let's get farming. I'm so excited, you guys. So let me turn on the lights on this thing, and we're actually going to start on this side of the plot. I don't know how much I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do half or how this is gonna work out. So let me back this thing up and let me get the drill turned on. It looks like it's going on and touchdown, and I think it's now planting seeds. Oh wait, is it planting seeds or not? Oh, it's not. Hold on, I gotta turn on the drill. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm such a noob. All right, so we're gonna do this first section, and look at that, we got a bunch of seeds being planted right now. Look at that, that is freaking sick. I've never done this in APM. I think this is as fast as I can go, 7 miles per hour, maybe 9. I don't know, I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can because it is already 11 a.m. and that just means that we are starting to run out of time. So we're gonna do that. Let me just turn right here. Hold on, this thing does not have a lot of power. All right, so I managed to turn around. We're gonna start getting this section, and boom, look at that, we are now like 20, actually, you know what, we're like 2% done with this. So let's get this side planted. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is gonna be a lot of crops that we are gonna be picking up with a combine. I think it's called a combine, I am not sure, you guys can correct me if I am wrong. All right, we are currently on our third pass. It's starting to look like, oh my goodness, I kind of messed up right there, holy moly, and I gotta get a little bit closer to this thing. All right, but honestly, I think we're doing doing a phenomenal job. It is my first time, so you guys can't cut me some slack. Come on, you guys, do not be so mean. And then we're gonna turn right around here and then go back. So far, this is kind of taking a lot longer than I was because we are not even halfway done. And keep in mind, this is probably one of the smallest plots of farm in APM. But let's continue with planting our wheat. I think I am starting to run out of wheat. Look at this. We're gonna have to go back and reload on the cedar. But let me actually get this side before we run out, just like so. And let me get this section. All right, I think that is gonna be good. So I'm gonna start making my way back to the pallets and get this thing filled up one more time so we can finish half of this slot right here. So let me park this thing right here. And actually, you know what, I gotta turn this thing around. All right, we got this thing backed up. I'm gonna grab all of these seeds and we're gonna start unloading them onto the cedar. So I'll come back when I'm finished with this. And there we go. We are finished with filling it up as much as possible, or at least close to, because we don't actually need that much. We just gotta fill up, I think, like 2 or 3 more rows. Yeah, 3 more rows, and then we should be done with this. Alrighty, we are on the second pass. Look at this. It looks very good right now. Oh, we kind of missed a little spot right here. Let me go back. All right, there we go. And let's continue. After we're done with this side, we're gonna need just one more and we should be pretty much done with the job. After that, we're probably just gonna harvest it and then call it a day, because if you look at the time, it is already 5 p.m. All right, there we go. And I think that should be it for this side of the plot. It kind of looks a little bit messy, but that is going to be fine. So let me turn off the drill and let me get the drill raised as well. So there we go. We got to raise that thing all the way to the top. And I think it's going to be a matter of time until we can actually, you know what? It's going to be a matter of days until this thing is fully grown. And then we're going to be able to harvest this. But with the power of editing, all of this will be fully grown. Alrighty, everyone. It looks like the wheat is now finished and we can now harvest it. I think I'm going to get in the combine or in a harvester. I am not sure what it's exactly called, but we're going to get into that machine because we are going to start harvesting all of this wheat. So let me get on top of this, not on the trailer, on this thing. So let me turn this on, and I think I'm sitting on the wrong seat. All right, there we go. We are now connected. We have about less than 2 hours of daylight time. So let's get this thing connected to this attachment so we can harvest the wheat. And oh, I think I missed. Hold on. And okay, there we go. So I don't know which side we should begin on. I think I'm going to start on this side right here. Yeah, I think I'm going to start it right here. So I think we should turn on the combine. We should lower it. How do we lower this thing? Retract? No. Oh, there you go. It's supposed to be feeder. And look at that. We are now harvesting all the wheats that we ended up planting earlier this morning. Look at this. This looks amazing. Oh, look at that. We're starting to fill up. Oh my goodness, you guys. That is a lot. All right, hopefully we do not fill up because we still have a lot more to harvest. But look at this. Oh my goodness. I forgot that my window is kind of tinted. So let's get all of this cut down. Oh, I think I missed a section right here. There we go. And oh my goodness, we are so full. I'm gonna make my way back to those huge machines that you guys can see it right there. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Hold on, let me kind of go to the side. So I'm gonna go towards those machines, dump all of this wheat, and come right back. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back. We're gonna continue with harvesting all of our wheat. I just ended up dumping all of the wheat right on those huge bins right there. Look at the time. Oh my goodness, you guys, we have to pick up the pace, and I still haven't finished that side right there. Dude, we are not good on time. We might have to cut it close. I'm nervous, you guys. Imagine if we actually ended up doing the whole thing. Dude, we would not have enough time. We'd probably end up taking like 2 days. This thing is not full. Oh, never mind. I spoke way too soon. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back. I think this is gonna be our second to last run, because once we finish this kind of little section right here, we're gonna come back and finish everything off, and that should be pretty much for the job. So let's finish this up, please, a little bit. Oh no, we're filled up. All right, I think we're on the last run right here. So once we come back, we should be completely finished with this job. Alrighty, we are on the last run. Let's get all of this wheat finally cut and finished and get paid. Come on, please do not fill up. I'm almost done. Please do not fill up. We just need this right here, and then we just need 2 more right here, and we should be done with this job. Come on, please do not fill up. Please do not fill up, and we are done with this job. Oh my goodness. Let me turn off the auger, or the auger. I'm not sure how you say that. And let's make our way back, and let's get this thing dropped off. So this is where I drop it off. Let me put this thing in park, turn it off, and let's see. Let me make sure this is working. All right, it's working. Let me turn on the generators. Oh my goodness, you guys, it's so loud. Yeah, this is so freaking loud. And let's check that everything is working inside. Oh, I think I need to go to the top. Hold on. Let me see if I can climb this. I'm gonna try to fix this. Hold on. There we go. Look at that. Everything is filled. Awesome. Dude, what a big day. And honestly, what a super tiring day as well. But we ended up getting paid $40,000 for that job right there, because it's gonna get sold to these markets and they're gonna make a lot of money from that. So that's my cut right there. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. On the next episode, we're probably gonna get our brand new farm that we can own 100% and start making even more money. So if you guys did enjoy, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Alrighty, now I'm gonna click buy. There we go. And now we have successfully purchased an entire farming setup in American Plains money. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And today, oh, hold on, I didn't mean to sit back down at my desk, but pretty much I just placed the biggest order since we are gonna be buying, well, I guess I just bought, and we're gonna be building the best farming setup in American Plains money. This is gonna be a gift for my friend since he's a brand new farmer. So what other way to gift him by gifting him all the things that he needs? So we're gonna go and make our way towards the implement store, pick up all of the stuff and deliver it to his brand new farm. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe because it does mean a lot to me. And let's begin with the video. So we have our beautiful work truck right here. I've been warming this thing up since it is gonna be such a big day for this work truck. We're gonna be hauling so many things. So let's reverse, make that little U-turn, and let's make our way towards the implement store. Dude, I am so excited because I've actually never done this in American Plains money, but today is gonna be my first time and it might be your first time as well. So make sure you guys sit down and relax because this is gonna be an amazing video. So let's make our right turn right here, turn on those blinkers, and we're gonna start making our way into town so we can start grabbing all of these things. I'm actually not sure how many things I just ordered, but I do know it's gonna be more than 4 things. It might be like 8 things. So this is probably also going to be my biggest delivery job. So I'm really excited, and oh my goodness, holy moly, there's actually no way that I actually have to tow all of these things. What the heckers? Dude, this is gonna be a lot. I mean, I guess the first thing we gotta start with is this ATV right here. Dude, this is a really nice ATV. Look at this thing. I don't think I've ever bought one until today. For some reason they left this open. Nope, that's the tailgate. How do I close this thing? Oh, I think I just click right there and boom, look at that. Not bad. So I think I need to put an attachment to my work truck, which we can quickly do right at this garage. So let me quickly pull in. Let's open that garage door and let's put the attachment on our truck so we can get the ATV loaded on our pickup. So let's go to attachments. We're gonna click on racks, and this is the one that we are gonna be taking today. And let me close that with the controller. There we go. So let me quickly reverse my truck, turn on those hazards as well, and this is the rack that we are gonna be taking today. Yo, this thing is not bad looking. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna be doing is pressing on the extenders. Whoa, that is sick. Yo, I've never seen that. That is actually really nice. We're gonna grab the ramps. How do I grab the ramps? There we go. Let me grab one, and then I'm gonna grab the second one, and we should be able to place it. Let me just quickly make sure I am placing this right. I'm gonna place one right there, and then I'm gonna place the second ramp kind of what's a good spot? Is this a good spot? Hopefully that's actually a good spot. If not, then this thing is gonna be tipping over. But let me get this bad boy started, and let's see if we can get this thing loaded on top of the pickup. Oh, hold on, we need some more gas, and boom. Is that good? Oh no, I don't know if that's good. I feel like that thing is gonna tip over. I'm not gonna lie, but let me remove the ramps. There we go. And wait, can I put the ramps inside of my tailgate? Ugh, there you go. Let me just close that up, and I think we are ready to get out of here. Dude, this is so sketchy. Dude, this is 100% gonna fall. Oh no, this thing is tipping over. All right, let's drive really fast to the farm and get this thing dropped off before it ends up falling off my pickup. Dude, I'm driving as careful as I can, but I feel like this thing keeps falling. I am so nervous, you guys. But good thing my buddy's farm is not too far away from town. It is literally right here. So we're gonna start pulling in very slowly. We don't want this thing to tip over. Careful. All right, not bad. Not. Wait a minute. Did they fix that? I feel like the entrance used to be a little bit more of an incline. I don't know. But I'm gonna park up my truck right here. There we go. So the drop off of this ATV won't be too big. So I'm gonna try to open up my tailgate. There we go. Tailgate is open, and let's try to get this thing unloaded from the pickup. Come on. All right. So I think I need to move my truck a little bit forward now. I'm gonna scooch up a little bit. There we go. And let's see if this thing works now. I know how to fix this. We just pull back the extenders just like so. And there we go. We got the ATV ATV unloaded from my pickup, the first thing I'm gonna be doing is we should probably park it up. I'm not gonna park it up right here. I'm gonna park it up right up front, so when he comes home, he's gonna be able to see his whole and brand new collection. So we're gonna throw the ATV right here. We're gonna throw it in park. There we go. Turn it off, and I'm gonna hop back in my pickup, and we're gonna go back to the implement store so we can start. I mean, not start. We already started. Continue bringing all of that stuff to this farm right here. So let's get back. Alrighty, everyone. We are now back. I forgot to close my tailgate whips, and I think the next thing we're gonna be taking, I think this might be cedar. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we're gonna be taking it towards the farm. So let's quickly make our way over there. Since the sun is about 4 p.m., we're pretty, or I guess really tight on schedule, you guys. But the cedar is one of the most important things you need when it comes to farming, because how else are you gonna plant your wheat? So you just pretty much put the seeds into the cedar, and then you're able to grab a tractor and start planting seeds with this machine. But it's such a nice addition that you guys know that we had to get it, and we're gonna park it up right next to the ATV right here. Dude, my friend is gonna be so happy. But we're gonna quickly disconnect that, and you guys know the drill. We're gonna quickly make our way back to the implement store so we can continue building this amazing and huge farming setup. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back at the implement store. Next up is gonna be this I forgot what this thing is called, but pretty much once you finish cropping your stuff, like your wheat and all of that, you pretty much dump it into right here. I think it might be called an auger. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. So this is another really important vehicle that everyone needs as a farmer. So we're gonna go back to the farm and get this delivered. Something that I noticed is that I also have to take this attachment off. Since I'm not really using it anymore, I gotta go and return this thing, since I don't think I'm gonna be carrying any more ATVs in this video. Plus, I'm not too much of a fan on how it looks. So let's go over here, and I think I might park this on this side. I don't know. Where should I park it? Should I park it right here? You know what? I'm the boss. Alright, so we're gonna get that thing parked up. Let me just quickly disconnect it, and let's make our way and pick up the third attachment. Alrighty, everyone, we have arrived back at the implement store. I'm gonna quickly run into the garage and take this attachment off, like how I was telling you guys that I wanted to remove. So we're gonna quickly run in here. Let me quickly take off the rack, and boom, look at that. Oh, hold on. Oh my goodness. On accident, I turned off my engine as I was closing that. I am so clumsy, you guys. Alrighty, let's see what we have next up. And oh, okay, I see. So pretty much, this is pretty much, I think it's called, wait, what is this called? It's part of this like harvester, and pretty much it helps cut all of the corn and wheat. So this is a really super attachment that needs to be put onto that thing. I think I'm just gonna quickly connect it just like so, and then we're gonna just put it right at the farm. So when we take the harvester, we can quickly connect it to this attachment right here. But we are halfway done with this fully farm setup that we are building in APM, and it looks like we have about an hour left until we run out of time. So let's quickly make our way towards the farm and get this last attachment delivered. Alrighty, everyone, we are back at the farm, and I'm actually gonna not put it right next to it, since this is just an attachment that we're gonna be using to put on the harvester. So we're gonna leave it right here, and once we bring the harvester, we're gonna connect it to this part right here. So let me quickly hop in. Oh my goodness, it connected it again. Let me quickly disconnect it again. There you go. Now we can get out of here and start bringing the two vehicles so we can complete this farming setup. But before we do make our way towards the implement store, we are going to be taking one of the biggest trailers in American Plains Money, because we have to load up these gigantic vehicles and take them to the farm. So we're going to park up my truck right here, and we're going to ask my buddy to bring his semi. Alrighty, everyone, my buddy was able to bring his semi. This thing is a beauty. We're going to hop in. He told me I could only borrow it for an hour, which I think is going to be the perfect amount of time to be using this thing. But let me quickly get this thing attached just like so, and let's make our way to the implement store. While we're on our way over there, I'm going to quickly turn on those beacons since this is an emergency. So we're going to quickly park up our semi right here, and we're going to quickly disconnect the front attachment. Let's disconnect that, and let's quickly pull forward just a tad bit. And now I think with the first vehicle that I really want to take is this ginormous tractor, which I have to put the extender so we can load that thing on. So let me quickly hop in. There we go, and let me carefully turn this thing. Oh my goodness, this thing is so huge, dude. It's got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. It's got 12 wheels. Holy moly guacamole, this thing is quite the tractor. So we're gonna park that thing up. We're gonna put every single strap, so number 3 and 4, and look at that, we are now ready to make our way back to the farm. So let me quickly hop in the semi and get this thing connected. Careful, careful. And come on, connect. Please connect. Is it connecting? Let's go. It connected. All right, now we can make our way towards the farm. So let's quickly make our way over there. I think we're on to our last 30 minutes. So time is fleeing. But look at this thing. This is ginormous. Oh my god. This is so huge. Bigger than your mama. Alrighty, everyone. We have a huge turn that we have to make. So let's see if we can actually do this. Oh my goodness. This is super hard. Come on, careful. Alright, don't get stuck. Yes, let's go. W's in the chat. Alrighty, we are now back at the farm. Let's carefully load in. Hopefully we don't get stuck. I think I spoke too soon. Yes, I was able to get out. Oh my goodness. I did not think I was going to be able to get unstuck from there. Dude, I am so happy. Alright, we're pretty much here. Let me quickly disconnect the trailer so we can get this tractor parked up right there. Oh my goodness. These tires are bigger than me. Yo, that is crazy. But let me get this thing turned on and let's get out of here. Alright, we're going to park up the tractor right there. Dude, it is looking so nice. We just got to go and bring the last harvester, which is pretty much the last vehicle. And we're going to be done by completing this farm setup. Well, I guess the best farming setup in APM. So let's go and grab that thing. We are now back. It's time to load this harvester on top of the trailer. Right now, I'm just backing up. So it can be much more easier for us when we start getting out of this implement store. But this looks pretty good. So I'm going to quickly disconnect this. There we go. We're running out of time. Look at that. Oh my goodness. The sun is about to go down. I did not know the sun was about to go down. Let me get in the harvester. We're going to load up this bad boy. We're going to throw it in the park, turn off the engine, and boom, look at that. Oh my god. We can now get in the semi and get out of here. That looks like it's connected. I'm going to step on it so fast because we're on the last 5 minutes and this is nerve-wracking. Anyways, we're back to the house. Let's quickly pull in. Oh my goodness, look at this. Yo, I am super skilled. And we're going to get this bad boy unloaded. There we go. I forgot we got to attach this thing to the harvester. Whoa, this thing is so tall. All right, we're going to carefully connect this thing. Careful, and boom. We're going to put the harvester right next to this gigantic tractor. Let me just adjust my wheels. We're going to throw it in park. Engine is off and let's go. W's in the chat. We just built the best farming setup in American Plains money. We've got the seeder. We've got a tractor so we can pull it, the seeder. And then we've got a nice ATV just in case we need to tow any of these attachments. We've got a harvester so we can cut down all the corn and wheat. And then eventually once this thing is full, we can dump it inside of this attachment right here. Look at that. Pretty sick, you guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe because it does mean a lot to me. And look at that. We managed to do this just in time. So I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Southern Modding video. And today we are going to be doing something special. And what do I mean by special? We are going to be starting our own pressure washer business, washing cars, detailing them, and cleaning them, which is why I have my van right here. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. So let me hop into the van right here. So let me get this thing started, and we are gonna make our way to the brand new store. I think it's called a tool store. I don't think it has a different name like in APM, but pretty much we're gonna go and head over to the store because we're gonna buy the machine that we need, which is gonna be a pressure washer, and then we also gotta pick up a generator. So we're gonna go pick up those two things, and then we're gonna make our way to the houses that I already have appointments for. I think we have like 3 appointments today. Each job is going to pay me like $150. I'm not sure if I'm charging too much, but I think it's a good starting point. But anyways, we are here at the tool store, so let me get my van back into the parking spot just like so. And I think the 3 cars we're gonna be washing today is a sports car, and then I think another truck, a brand new truck that just came out in today's update. But let's go inside of the store. Enough of the chit chat because I can definitely yap for a while. We're gonna look for the pressure washer. I don't know where the pressure washer is. So far I don't see it anywhere. Am I blind, you guys? I swear on my mama I thought it was in here. I don't know where it is. What the heck? This is so weird. I swear. Oh, the generator. Let's go. Let's pick up the generator. Oh my goodness, this is so heavy. And then we're gonna go and pick up the pressure washer. Let's go. We got the pressure washer and the generator. Now let's pay. Where do I pay? I don't know if I pay here or I think it's it's free. Let's go. Go. All right, so let me put my stuff in the back of my van. So, oh my goodness, I keep sitting in the bench. They're trying to attack me. But let me throw this in the back. 1 and 2. And now we can make our way to the first property, which is actually not too far from here. So let's get out of here. Let's go and wash our first car's client. I don't know what car he has. He might have the truck. I'm not sure. So let me quickly check my GPS just to make sure I'm going the right way. And all right, so it looks like I'm gonna have to make a left turn right here and then a right turn. What the heck? So it looks like I gotta make a turn right here as well. And oh my goodness, is that the truck that we are going to be washing today? Holy moly guacamole, that thing is so dirty. All right, let's park up our truck right here and then let's unload all of our items. Actually, you know what? I'm in the middle of the street. Let me actually park right next to it, just like so. Let me also turn off my blinkers. For some reason it was on. And then let's quickly unload our pressure washer and our generators from our van, just like so. And then let's see, where should we place our generator? Oh, I can place my generator right here, and then I can place my pressure washer right here. Let me just turn this around, just like so. And then we turn on the generator, and now this thing should be able to work. So let me grab the pressure washer, and oh my goodness, look at this. We can now clean the truck, but first I need to check the truck. All right, it looks like I'm gonna clean the wheels first and then the top. Okay, I got it. Now we can start. So let me grab the pressure washer and let's start cleaning the truck. Let's come over here. Let's clean the wheels. There we go. And then we gotta clean the top, just like so. Boom. Super easy. And oh my goodness, look at the transformation on this truck. It is looking so freaking good. Oh my goodness, look at this. Yo, this thing is like brand new. Let's actually take it for a joyride, but don't tell the owners. I mean, if they find out, then I would just tell them I'm test driving it just to make sure that it's working properly. Anyways, it is working very well. Let's make a left turn and let's make our way back to his house. This thing also sounds really good. Look at the interior. I feel like the interior looks better than a Rolls Royce. It looks really nice. Anyways, we are back. Let me quickly park this up before the owner finds out. So we're gonna park it right where we found it, right around here. Let me turn it off, and I think that is going to be our first job. We have 2 more jobs and about 2 hours of daylight time before the sun falls down. So let me go over here. Let me pick up all of my stuff. Oh, that was the wrong thing. Let me pick up all of my stuff and let me throw it in the back of my van, just like so. And now we can make our way to the second house. I believe the second house should be on the right side, heading towards the beach, which is going to be quite a drive actually, because I think it's going to be all the way towards the end of the map. So let's make our way over there. But so far, what do you guys think about this detailing job? Am I doing a good job or not? And let me know if you guys have tried this, because it is pretty fun and not too difficult, which means anyone can do it. You can just pick up a pressure washer, a generator, and start cleaning cars and start making money right away. Well, kind of, because you got to find people to wash their cars for. But anyways, we are on the road where the second client is going to be, and let's see, where is it? I don't see it so far. Wait a minute, is this going to be the house right here? I think this is going to be the house right here. Awesome. So let me pull in. I'm going to back right into the driveway, and boom. Now we just got to take out all of our stuff, set it up. So let me open up the back, take out our generator, and then our pressure washer. Boom, like that. And now we just turn the generator on, and then we can just grab our pressure washer and clean this Corvette. Wait a minute. This is a Corvette. Oh my goodness. Look how beautiful this thing is. Well, kind of. It's pretty dirty right now. So let's take off all of the mud. So let's clean the front, the wheels too. All right, let me do the other side before I forget. And then the second wheel, and then we can just clean the top to the bottom. So let's start washing this thing really good. Look at that. It looks so much better. Wait, let me clean the rear, the exhaust. Oh, I forgot the front. I need to clean this a little bit more, and the windshield. And then let me just finish off this side because I really haven't washed it, and I think we're almost done. And boom, look at that. We are done with our second vehicle. Look at this beautiful Corvette, and I definitely want to drive this one as well. So let me quickly get in. I don't think the owner is home. If not, then he might be sleeping. So let's quietly drive this, and it's oh my goodness, yo, this is insane. Yo, this thing is so fast. I might not come back. I'm kidding. Let me actually turn this around before he ends up finding out I took his beautiful CH on a joyride. But here we are now back. Let me back into the driveway and park it where I got it. Don't worry, you guys, I technically did not steal it because I returned it. Anyways, let me grab my pressure washer and then my generator. Gotta turn that off first, and then let's throw this into our van because we can now make our way to the last house. house. And now the last house should be near the farm. I'm not sure if you guys remember where the farm is, but the farm should be right down there. And it should have the client's house, which should be not too far away from the main farm. But let's make our way over there. Looks like we have about an hour left of daylight time before the sun does fall to the other side of the world and it becomes night. But so far we've made about $300 so far from these two jobs. Honestly, I should have taxed more on the other one because it is a sports car, so that means he does have more money. But anyways, let's not be greedy. Let's look for this last house, and so far I don't see an oh my god, it's right there. We gotta turn around. I almost completely missed it. I am so clumsy. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna blame the GPS because the GPS did not tell me it was right here. So let's pull into the dirt road, and I could already imagine that this thing is gonna be super dirty. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is so bad. But let me back up right around here and let's pull out all of our stuff. So let's take out our generator and our pressure washer, and you guys know the drill. Let's throw down our generator right around here and then our pressure washer right next to it. Now before, oh hold on, I didn't mean to remove it. Let me place it back again. There you go. Now let me turn this thing on and let me grab the pressure washer because we're gonna be cleaning this brand new truck right here. Look at this truck. This truck looks really nice actually. Kind of want this one. But anyways, let's start off by cleaning the wheels. There we go. And then let me actually walk around to this side and clean this wheel and then clean this wheel. Oh, look at those wheels. They're starting to look really good. And then I wonder if I can get on top of the bed. Oh, I can't. That's fine. We can just clean it from this side and then we'll come over here, clean the rear and finish off by cleaning this side and the front. Look at that. That is starting to look very shiny. And then lastly, we're gonna clean the front hood. Look at that. All that mud is coming straight off. This pressure washer is magic. But anyways, let's put this back and boom, look at this. Our truck is finally clean. Oh, I guess not my truck. The client's truck is finally clean. It looks so good. Is this a Chevy? I think it's a Chevy. Really nice. But let's pick up all of our stuff and throw it in our van just like so. And let's get out of here because this van is actually not mine. It's part of the company I work for, so I gotta go and return this van back at the trailer store. I gotta go and park it at the back, and then I'm gonna be able to pick up my vehicle and make our way back home. But so far I am very exhausted. We ended up doing 3 jobs, which was about $450. It was quite the money, but it was 100% worth it. But anyways, we are back in the city. We're gonna get the company van parked right here just like so. We gotta put it in park. Now let me turn off the engine and boom, we are done with this job. Now we can now make our way back home and cook some dinner. All right, everyone say bye to the van. And wait a minute, my truck is not here. What the heck? Oh, it's right there. Bruh, look at this thing. Holy moly, I can never get old looking at my GMC because if we hop in, look at the inside. We got the shooting stars. That is amazing. But anyways, we can now start making our way back home. I can see my multi-million-dollar farmhouse right here. So let's pull in and let's get this bad boy parked in our driveway. So let me carefully park this up right in the middle, and boom, let's go inside and cook up the steak. This is probably gonna take a while, so I'm gonna cut it off right here. But if you guys did enjoy it, and what the heck, why is my doors open? But if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another Southern Mothering video, and today we are gonna be starting and opening our first lawn care business. We're gonna be cutting a bunch of grass today, so if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. So we have our nice cars right here. We got the Batman car, we got the tornado car, and we got oh my goodness, we've got the work truck right here. And we don't have too much time. As you guys can see, the sun is right up there, which means it's already midday and we only have like 2 hours of daylight time. So let's get in the work truck. We're gonna be taking this work truck to the trailer store because we're gonna get and pick up a trailer, and then we're gonna go to the new tool store and buy a lawnmower. And the lawnmower that we're gonna be buying today is really expensive. It's actually a really nice lawnmower. It looks nice. It's definitely one of the nicest one out there. But anyways, it looks like we are now back in town. And let's see, where is the trailer store? Oh, the trailer store is right here. All right, so we're gonna start pulling into the trailer store just like so, and we're gonna back into the trailer so we can get this connected. So let me carefully do this on the first try. Look at that. That was easy peasy lemon squeezy. And now, good thing the tool store is right literally across the street. So let me just make sure the road is clear. All right, and then we can pull into kind of the little center right here. Honestly, yeah, I was gonna park right there, but I can just pull in. So let me turn on the emergency lights because we're gonna park right on the side. But don't worry, you guys, it's gonna be fast. So let's quickly walk into the shop. All right, let's go and place the order. We're gonna pay like over $2,000 for this lawnmower. So let's go in. We're gonna put the deposit, and then we can now pick up our lawnmower. And now, which one is my lawnmower? Is it this one? No, I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute. I think it's this one. Yes, this is my lawnmower. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. This thing looks so cool. Oh, but this thing is kind of slow. Can I make this faster? Oh my goodness. All right, so let me back this thing up because we're gonna bring down the ramp of this thing, and then we're gonna load her up and then strap it up. So let me carefully do this. We're gonna load her up on the back of this trailer, and then hold on, let me back up a little bit, and then park it. Engine is off, and let's put down the straps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look at that. All of the 4 straps are now placed to make this a nice and safe placement. But let's put up the ramps. Now it's time to hop in the truck, and we're gonna start making our way towards the brand new houses. There's actually brand new houses in Southern Muddy, not actually, that are gonna be near the beach, and we're gonna go and cut everyone's lawn. Yup, you guys heard me right. I'm gonna be cutting the lawn of every single house on that side, and then I think we're gonna make one last trip towards warehouse. I'm not sure if you guys remember where the warehouse is because there's some houses over there, and we're gonna cut their grass as well. So enough of the chit chat. Let's make our way over there. But before I do, we gotta make sure the road is clear, which it looks like it's gonna be clear so we can go through. And if you guys can see from far away, there's some houses right there. I'm gonna try not to crash right now because that was a really hard turn right there. I didn't think it was gonna be that hard. But we have the first property right here. Oh my goodness, look at this. This looks, oh wait a minute, they don't have any grass? Oh, it looks like someone already cut the grass. What the hell? Alrighty, since those houses have their grass already cut, which means we can head over to the trailers. Is that what it's called? I think so. They're kind of like little trailer houses, but the grass on that should be overgrown. I was supposed to do this the next week, but we're gonna go and do this today because I didn't think their grass was already all cut. But that is fine. Look at this. The grass is pretty overgrown. Oh my goodness. So let me turn on the emergency lights and let's hop out. We're gonna get this lawnmower unloaded from here. Let me throw that down. Next up, remove the strap. We can now hop into the lawnmower and we can start cutting the grass. And oh my goodness, why is this thing so slow? This thing is slower than a snail. But let me turn this thing on. We can just turn on a mower blade. So let's get that thing on and let's start cutting. All right, let's go on this right side and work our way around. All right, and now we can turn around. Let me just make sure I'm straight and make sure this grass isn't all crooked. And oh my goodness, we gotta do one more pass. All right, so let's turn around and come on, turn. Let's go. Boom, look at that. The grass has been cut from this side. We still gotta cut that side, and then the other side. Oh my goodness, let's get moving. All right, let's go through here and let's start cutting the grass. Actually, I forgot to turn on my mower blade. All right, there you go. Now it's working. So let's go around here. We're gonna cut all of this. We're not gonna cut the bush because the bush looks really nice. So let me go around the bush and cut this side. Nice, starting to look very clean. And I think we gotta cut this side as well. And oh my goodness, there's so much grass. I wonder when the last time it was that these people had their grass cut. But anyways, let's go around and let's finish up cutting the grass. And now it doesn't seem to be like there's that much grass right here, but still enough where we still gotta cut it. So let me finish this side off. I might have to do like 2 passes, like one straight and one back. All right, so let me get this side right here, and then it looks like we still need one more pass. So let me go through and cut this section just like so. Look at that, it looked really nice, and I think we are done with this section. And oh wait a minute, I missed a little spot right here. Can you guys see that? Let me cut this right here. Nice. Alrighty, next up we have this house right here. We're gonna cut the property on this place. Looks like their grass isn't too overgrown, which is a good thing. So we're gonna cut this section right here, and then we're gonna, oh actually there's no grass right here where we cut it. Oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed. All right, let me turn on the blade and let's get this little spot removed. And you know what, let me back up a little bit. I feel like that's gonna be easier if I just back up and cut it like that. Awesome, I think we're done with this. That was actually really fast. And now we're on to our last property, and then we're gonna have one more location. But look at this. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of grass to be cut. So let's get started, because this grass isn't gonna be cut on its own. So we're gonna begin on the right side and then work our way around. Let's turn back. Come on, we're almost done, and this should be the last section of the right side, and looks like it's been cut now. All right, so I think we're gonna try to go through the back and attack the other side and cut the grass. So let me actually turn this thing off, because we're currently not using this. I'm gonna turn it back on, and we're gonna finish this property right here. This is actually easier than I thought it was going to be, and this is a really satisfying job, I'm not gonna lie. But with that in mind, we are done cutting the grass for these little trailer homes. Look at that, it looks so much cleaner. Now we're gonna get the lawnmower loaded back onto the trailer. So let me move this if I can, and let's load her up. All right, you guys know the drill. We're gonna strap it down, make sure this thing does not move, and pull up the ramp. And now let's make our way to the last property, and then we're gonna be done with this job, or at least the jobs for today. Oh my goodness, this property has so much grass. All right, so we are here at the last property. As you guys can see, this backyard is filled with grass, because if you take a good look, the other property barely has grass, and this one is just super overgrown. So let's open up the back, let's hop into the lawnmower, and then we're gonna start immediately, because we have a lot of grass to cut and we're running out of time. We have about an hour left, and we still gotta return this back to the trailer store. Actually, you know what, we can just park it in my garage. All right, never mind. All right, let me turn this thing on and let's start cutting the grass. Holy moly, this is a lot of grass. I've never seen so much overgrown grass. We're gonna go throughout the entire property, and we're gonna make their backyard come back to life. So I think I'm gonna cut it straight through here. Oh my goodness, I think it's been overgrown for like 5 years. Holy moly, this is what the heck? I thought there was no grass right here. Oh my goodness, I need glasses. Alrighty, so I made kind of like an outline on where we're gonna be cutting. It's kind of like a little square that I ended up doing. So let's start cutting. We have a lot of grass to cut. Oh, I almost missed this spot right here. And then let me trim the bushes right here. I'm gonna get it kind of like in between, and then I'm gonna make my way back. Holy moly, this is gonna take forever, bro. I'm gonna be so mad if they don't give me a tip. What the heck, there's even grass overgrown right here. All right, let's cut all of this off. This is also gonna be a headache to pick up after I've cut all of this grass. I might even have to call backup, who knows. Oh my goodness, look how fast the grass is growing. What the heck, what did they put on this grass? It is growing so fast. Look at that, it's growing faster than I can cut it down. I wonder if they put some like magic beans in this thing. This is terrible. I think I'm just gonna do 2 more passes, and then I'm gonna be done with this job, as you guys can see, because it is growing faster than I can cut it. So I'm gonna finish this section off, and we're gonna be done with this job. I'm gonna get out of here. So let's do it right here, and boom, look at that, we're pretty much done. Yeah, I know I missed a little spot, but that thing is growing really fast. We're pretty much done. I am out of here. If it wants to go really fast, it can, but I did what I could and cut it. But let me turn off the mower, and let's get it loaded back onto the trailer so we can be finished with this job. So I'm gonna hop out, put down the strap, and pull up the ramp, and now we can start making our way back home, because I have to take a shower. Did you guys not see all the grass that I just cut? It was insane. That was crazy. I've never cut so much grass in my life like I did today. But we made about 400 bucks today. I know it's not the best, but it's the best I could do today. So let's load up the mower back into my garage. So let's quickly unload her, and let's see. I think I'm gonna park the mower right on the right side, and let me just back into this kind of a little corner right here. I like the color of this mower, it looks really nice. So let's put the mower right here. Look at that, it looks like brand new. And then the trailer, I think I'm just gonna park it right down the road or something. Let me hop in, and oh, actually there's space right here. I can just back this thing right here. All right, time to back her up, make sure I don't hit the hay bale. And all right, nice, this is a really good spot to leave the trailer. So let me quickly disconnect this, and I'm gonna leave my truck parked right here. So let me drift. Oh my goodness, that was actually a really good drift, and I just destroyed my mailbox. Oh my goodness, there goes like 200 bucks already. All right, so let me turn this thing off and put it in park, and look at that, this thing is a beast, and this truck is like 10 years old. But we are now back to our farmhouse. Look at my Batman car, this thing looks so sick, because I'm gonna take a shower and we're pretty much done with the day. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another APM video. And today, if you guys take a look at this lawnmower, I'm not sure if you guys knew, but this is one of my old lawnmowers that I use to cut grass. Sometimes when we go on these jobs, I take this old and rusty lawnmower, but it does get the job done. But since I've been able to make a good amount of money money with all these jobs these past weeks, we now have the ability to buy a brand new one. Well, actually, it's my dream lawnmower. So we're gonna go pick it up today. I'm so excited, and we're gonna put it to work. And if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. So first thing first is that I don't have a trailer to throw this thing on, which I think my buddy does. So we're gonna go to his spot and grab his trailer. We're gonna borrow it and then come right back so we can throw that lawnmower, because we're gonna go and sell it to the store. Well, I guess technically we're gonna trade it in, and then we're gonna get a discount on the brand new one, and then that's how we're gonna be able to buy it. As you guys can see, it is already 10 a.m., which means we don't have too much today, because I want to make sure I get home by 5. I think my favorite YouTuber is gonna make a new video today, but we are here at my friend's property. Let me quickly look for the trailer. So far I don't see it anywhere, so let's quickly pull into his driveway. Is there around here? I don't know. Do you guys see it? I don't see it. Oh, wait, it's right there. No way. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but let me quickly back up, and I'm gonna quickly align myself, turn on the hazards, and let's quickly get this trailer attached to our GMC Denali. Just like that, we can now make our way back home so we can finally get this lawnmower loaded on top of that. So let's get out of here. Oops, I might have hit his mailbox. Don't tell him, you guys. Do not tell him. We're also gonna be testing out the brand new leaf blower, which I think it got a brand new revamp or something. I don't know. I heard that it now works better than it used to compared to when it first came out. So we're also gonna be putting that to the test. So we are now back at my house. I'm gonna quickly turn on the hazards. Let's quickly hop out, and we're gonna kick down these ramps just like so, and we're gonna get the lawnmower on top. So let me turn this thing on. There we go. And honestly, I feel like I should, you know what, never mind. I was about to cut my own grass, but I forgot we don't have too much time. We gotta go and cut some houses today as well. So let me get this thing loaded up onto here, just like right in the middle. I think that's gonna be pretty good. Turn that thing off, and boom, look at that. Perfect. I'm starting to think I'm the best APM player. Anyways, let's put the straps down on each corner of the trailer, just like so. We're gonna kick up that ramp. Oh my goodness, dude, everything is going perfect. Hopefully nothing goes wrong, because you guys know, if you guys watch the channel, I always mess up towards the end, and that's mostly because sometimes I can be a little bit too clumsy. Yep, I said it, a little bit too clumsy. But let's get out of here. We're gonna pull to the right and make our way towards the tool store, or I guess it's called the plain tool store technically, but either way, we're gonna make our way over there. We're gonna step on it. We're also gonna go inside of the store so we can pick up some of these brand new tools. I want to give you guys a big shout out for always smashing that like button and subscribing. It does mean a lot to me, and we've actually been growing the channel super fast, so big shout out to you guys. But look at that, with all that yapping, we managed to arrive at the plain tool store. So let's pull in. I think I'm gonna U-turn right here, so I'm gonna try to U-turn. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Oh my goodness, that is a super close. I almost ended up hitting that. Now I'm gonna quickly back this thing up all the way, just like that. I think that is gonna be a good spot to unload the lawnmower. And before we do grab the brand new one, I'm gonna quickly run inside the store so we can pick up our other gardening stuff, which let's see where it is. Is it down this aisle? I forgot where it is. I don't know. All right, so I guess let's walk around this aisle and see if there's any equipment that we could grab today. But honestly, I think I found it. It's gonna be right here. So let's grab the grass cutter and the leaf blower, just like so. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to test this out. So I think that is gonna be it for this trip. I'm gonna quickly go and check out. So hello, good sir, I would like to check out these two things. Huh? How much? Yeah, sure, I'll pay it later. Oh my goodness, that guy was asking for so much. Ooh, what is this? Is this wood? Yo, that's pretty sick. Wait, can I grab this? Oh man, I can't grab this. Anyways, no more distractions. So this is the old one I had, the old rust bucket. It's right there on my current trailer, and this is the brand new one that we are going to be picking up today. So enough of the yap. I'm going to throw my tools in the back of my truck. Let me just quickly open that up. We're going to put our leaf blower right there, and we're going to put our, oh wait, that's not my leaf blower, that's my grass cutter. And then I'm going to put the leaf blower right here. Let me close that up, kick up the tailgate, and this is the moment of truth. This is weeks of working super hard. Oh my goodness, holy moly, look at that. This thing is a beauty. All right, so we're gonna grab the old lawnmower and we're gonna throw it in the back right here. I'm gonna try to carefully squeeze through and park it right here so they can keep this thing restored store it and sell it. I don't got time for that, but I do have time to get into this one. Let's get this thing loaded on top of the trailer. Careful. I feel like it's a little bit smaller, but trust me, you guys, even though it might look a little bit smaller, this thing cuts grass like butter. But before we do leave and head out to the houses, we're gonna close up the garage door, and now we can make our way towards the neighborhood so we can cut people's houses. So let's get out of here. We got all of our stuff in the back of our truck, but the first stop is actually going to be right here. This is a little neighborhood that is near the fire station, and we're gonna go and cut their grass first, and if we have time we might go and cut my friend's house. But here we are. This is gonna be the spot that we are gonna be cutting the grass. I'm gonna quickly turn on those hazards, throw this thing into park, and let's start unloading all of our stuff. So I think first things first is gonna be the lawnmower. Let's get this thing into the driveway. Let me carefully back up just like that, and let me grab the tools from the back. Let me just open up the tailgate, and I'm gonna grab my leaf blower and then my grass cutter. Now I think the first thing I'm gonna do is start to trim the side of the driveway right here. Look at this. There's like grass growing all over here. It is not good. So let me grab this. Let me actually start from this side. So we're gonna start from this side. I'm gonna turn this thing on. Let's start cutting the grass. Look at that. Nice. It looks so much better. Honestly, I really love this tool. Even though it doesn't cut that much, it still gets the job done. And look at that. That is a nice and crispy lineup. Let me just do this part as well. Let's go and cut this side. Oh yeah, dude, we are cooking, chat. Look at that. Yo, that is sick. Let me actually test out the leaf blower. All right, not bad, not bad. We gotta blow all of this. Oh, look at that. That looks so nice. I'm not sure if you guys can see the small grass particles. What is this? Wait, should we line up the house? I'm not sure. You know what? Let me do this. I'm gonna quickly line up the house. There we go. I'm probably the first person in the world to ever line up a house. Look at this. But trust me, you guys, it's gonna look really good. Let me just finish cutting this up. Oh my goodness, we are cooking, chats. And this is gonna be the last part of the lineup. Now look at this. Oh my goodness, now we can walk around the house without going in the grass. That is sick, you guys. Next up is gonna be cutting the front yard. I think we're gonna cut the front yard. Let's do it right here. So let me quickly grab this. I'm gonna line up where I'm gonna be using the lawnmower. There we go. There's gonna be a straight line. Let me do one more pass. So this is pretty much what we are gonna be cutting. So let me quickly hop in the lawnmower. We're gonna get into this thing, turn it on, and before we do start cutting the grass, we gotta turn on the mower itself. So we're gonna click on this, and this should start cutting the grass. Look at that. Yo, this thing is cutting the grass like butter. I'm so happy that I sold the other one, because look how fast this thing cuts. Look, I can go as fast as I can, and it just cuts everything. Holy moly, guacamole. This is by far one of the best investments and purchases I have done with my lawn care business. But with all that cutting, we have managed to cut the front yard, and we managed to line up the edges. Holy moly, this thing is looking so good, you guys. We got one more house to go, which is going to be this one right here. This is a really nice house, but as you guys can see, it has not been taken care of. So we are gonna be fixing that. So we're gonna quickly, you know what? Let me get into the lawnmower. I'm gonna park this thing right up front, right around here. And the first thing we are gonna be doing is lining up the edges. We're gonna trim it and make it look like a brand new front yard. So that is gonna be the front piece right there. Now it's time to cut the sides. Dude, this is gonna look so good. I am so excited to see the before and after transformation of us cutting the grass. And oh my goodness, look at that. I did not know there was a backyard. But let's tighten up this backyard. We're gonna make it look so good. We're gonna finish cutting up the sides right here. Oh my goodness, there's a giant rock right there. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. I should probably grab a shovel and take this rock out. I do not like that. Our next up is going to be using the lawnmower to cut this right here. So let me quickly hop in. We're going to turn this thing on, the mower on as well. And look at this, just like butter. So let me quickly finish up the front. I just got to go and cut the grass right around the American flag and take a look. I think I might align right here. This grass is kind of annoying me, so I want to line this thing up. It looks pretty messy. And let me leaf blow some of this. Gotta clean up our mess, you guys. We cannot leave this dirty. Oh yeah, we are cooking, chats. And I think that is gonna be it for this house right here. Look at this. What a complete difference we managed to do by cutting the grass. Now let's walk around so you guys can get a good look on how this house is looking. So look how crispy these edges are. Oh guys, we freaking cooked. Look at that. Hopefully we get paid a lot. If not, then trust me, then this is probably the last time coming to this house. But before we do head out, we gotta go go and get all of the stuff back right in here. I'm gonna throw in my grass cutter and then my leaf blower right on the back of my bed, put up the tailgate, and then we're gonna grab the mower and throw it on the back of our, what is this called? Trailer. That's what I mean. I don't know. For some reason, I just blanked out. So let's close that up. And if you guys take a look at the time, we've managed to finish at 4:59. So 1 minute before the deadline. But now it's time to treat ourselves with something delicious. And you might say, well, Hakai, what do you mean? Well, right now we're making our way towards the truck stop because we're gonna go and grab a milkshake, a burger, and some fries. Let's go. We need some W's in the chat. And here we are at the truck stop. Let's pull in and then we're gonna grab our food through the drive-thru. Hopefully they don't get mad at me since I'm carrying all of this. Alright, so let's see what they got on the menu. So it looks like they got a pickle burger, they got a normal hamburger, and then what is that? That looks nasty. I think I'm gonna go with the normal hamburger. So let's go right here at the window and let's order a normal hamburger. Now I've got it in the back seat. All we gotta do is make our way back home so we can eat this food. Alrighty everyone, home sweet home. We have now arrived at the house. Well, I guess my house, not the house. And we're gonna quickly park this thing up because we're gonna quickly run inside. Well, I'll probably stay in there for a while. Let's barge through and look what I got. We've got a nice hamburger, a drinky drink, and some fries. So let me give a quick bite of these fries. Let's see how they taste. Oh my goodness, they taste so good. Now the hamburger, let's do a quick bite of the hamburger. Oh yeah, it is approved by me. And lastly, we have our nice milkshake. So let's give it a nice taste test. Oh, no way. Hold on, let me drink it again. Whoa, that is amazing. That's probably the best drink I've ever had. But anyways, if you guys did, ouch, I just hit myself against the closet. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe because it does mean a lot to me. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one. Peace. Good morning everyone, welcome back to another Southern Mudding video. And today if we go downstairs, oh hold on, let me open up my door and let me turn off my light. We have a special video because today we are going to be opening our own mechanic shop. And where is my front door? Is it right here? Hold on, let me open this up. And if you guys take a look, I actually have a shop right here, but I don't use it until today because we're going to be building a mechanic shop for the first time. And if we open this up, we can put the brand new what is this called, whatever this thing is called, right here. I think they're called lifts. So we're going to be putting some brand new lifts so we can go and pick up some new vehicles and fix them up. So if you guys are excited, smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. So first things first, we're gonna grab I don't know, mini I'm gonna catch someone's toe. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna be taking the work truck. So let me get into this thing. Oh my goodness, this thing is so loud. All right, let me close the door. And the first stop that we are gonna be making our way towards is the tool store so we can buy these lifts, and then we're gonna head over to the trailer store so we can then pick up a trailer. So let's pick a left. We're gonna start driving and making our way towards the main city, which is gonna be all the way over there. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I think I can see a little bit. And look at that, that is part of the brand new Southern Mudding update. It's pretty nice. And oh my goodness, there's a stop sign. I have to slam on my brake. Oh my goodness, that was so close. I almost ended up going through the stop sign again. I might have actually done it with in the last video when I played Southern Mudding. But anyways, we're here back in the city. We're gonna go through the back of the mechanic shop. So let's turn, there we go, a little drift, and we're gonna pull in front of the tool store so we can quickly grab some things such as the lift and some mechanic things that we need to start up our own shop. So let's go inside. First things first, I think I'm gonna grab a ramp. Let's grab a ramp, a tool strap. We're not gonna grab that, so we don't need any of this stuff. Let's go and continue with the second aisle. So far I don't see anything else that we could use to, oh hold on, let me grab one of those. Yes, I got an oil pan. We're gonna need that just in case we do some oil changes. And if we go around, oh, I did not mean to climb on that. You know what, you guys, I might be Spider-Man. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't think there's gonna be anything in this area. And before we do leave, we are gonna grab a lift. Let's go. We have the lift, we have the oil pan, and some ramps. I think we're all ready to check out. So let's quickly check out all of our items. There we go. And let's start making our way towards the trailer store so we can pick up our trailer and pick up these cars that we need to fix today. So let me hop in. Let me get this thing started. There we go. And honestly, I feel like I should just go home first and then come back for the trailer, because we have to start off by setting up the shop. I think that's gonna be the best thing for us, is make our way back home, set up shop, and then come back for the cars. Oh my goodness, there's a stop sign. All right, brake, make sure the road is clear. It looks like it's very clear, so let's cross, and we're gonna make our way back to the ranches. And would you take a look at that, we are now back at our most expensive ranch. You know what, I'm just gonna pull right here. It's gonna be really quick, you guys. So let's set up the first lift. Let's set up the first lift. Let's see, how can I make this? Try to put it to the side. No, that's not gonna look good. I'm just gonna get this thing flipped around, and I'm gonna place the lift right in the middle. Boom, look at that, we got the lift on there. And then I'm gonna place another lift. Let's see, where can I place this lift? I think I might have to put this kind of to the side like this. All right, not bad. I got one more lift, which honestly, if I open this up and flip this around, which is gonna be right here, we should be able to place our last ramp. Oh my goodness, W's in the chance. Dude, our shop is looking really nice. All right, so I'm gonna throw down some ramps. Let me put them in the back for now. I'm not gonna be using them right now, right along with my oil pan, which I think we should just put it right here on the table. So let's leave that right there, and let's start bringing these vehicles. So let me quickly hop into my work truck. Now we can make our way towards the trailer store, so we can start picking up these cars and fix them up, because we got to put the mechanic shop to the test. Let's see how it's gonna be working out for us. But enough of the yap, I'm gonna step on this thing because the sun is about to start going down. Apparently one of the cars is gonna be at the drag strip, and then the second car is gonna be at I actually don't know. Oh, it's gonna be at a garage at some farmhouse, which I think I have an idea where it is. So let's quickly back this thing up so we can get it connected just like so. Boom, look at that, first try. We got this huge trailer connected. I don't know if we're gonna need this huge trailer since we're just gonna be picking up 2 vehicles, but it's always good to be safe than sorry. Let's make a right on this road, and then I think we might go towards the farmhouse first. So let's make our way towards the farmhouse, which is not too far away. It's probably like, what, 1 minute away? Oh my goodness, that was actually pretty fast. I thought it was gonna be way far, but here we are at this guy's property. Hopefully he is not home, because this guy tends to get really mad. I'm not sure if you guys saw the last video I did with 13 Yo Bros, and yeah, we kind of had a little incident, or almost. It was pretty bad for sure. But anyways, let me get this thing backed up. I'm gonna park it right around right here. I think that's pretty good. Let me hop out, and I'm gonna throw down the ramps. So let me turn on those ramps, and we're gonna open this up in 3, 2, and 1. Let's see. And oh my goodness, look at that. This is the first truck that we are gonna be customizing. Let me get this thing started, and we're gonna throw it on top of the trailer. So let me carefully do this. All right, I think that is gonna be a good spot right here. I'm gonna throw this thing in park, turn it off, and boom, we got the first vehicle loaded on that trailer. And look at that thing, dude. This thing has seen better days. It is so old and rusty, like my friend, I'm not gonna say who, but it is so old. Before we do leave, I am gonna close this door right here. So let me close that door. Oh, I kind of thought I was gonna get stuck in there, but that just means we can pull up the ramps and get out of here and grab the last vehicle that is going to be at the drag strip. So let's make our way over there. Enough of the yap, no more yapping, you guys. So let me hop in, let me get this thing started, and let's get out of here. All right, let's make a left onto this road, and I'm not sure if I said this, but we're gonna go and make our way towards the drag strip so we can pick up the last vehicle, which is going to be apparently a supercar. Yep, I said it. I think we can make a right on this intersection right here. So let me turn on those blinkers, and let me start slowly turning, and I'm gonna start slowing down because apparently it's gonna be around here. I don't see it so far. I'm gonna quickly pull this thing in emergency, and let's go see if we find the supercar or the really fast car. I don't know, but let's go. Oh, is it this one right here? Yo, this thing looks insane. Oh dude, you're telling me I get to drive this? Well, at first we gotta fix it and then drive it. So let me turn this thing on. Oh, it's not that loud. I thought it was gonna be way louder, but let's get this thing on top of the trailer. Let me quickly turn this thing around. Dude, this thing is fully customized. It has a nice body kit. Oh my goodness, that thing is ready to race, which I'm not gonna be doing since I'm not a race car driver, but I am gonna put it to the test. Maybe go on a little joyride after we finish fixing this. But let me turn it off. Let me throw this in park, and boom, we got our last vehicle loaded on those trailers. So I'm gonna get in my truck right here, open up my door, because we are gonna start making our way back to our ranch, because we are gonna be fixing up all of these vehicles. So let me carefully back this thing up. Oh, I almost hit the stop sign. So there we go. Make that little turn and let's make our way to the ranch. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back. Dude, look at this. Am I gonna be able to fit through here? Oh, I'm gonna have to squeeze in like this. But let's see, where should I park up? I think I'm gonna have to kind of turn right here and just park up right here. This should be enough. So let's get the first one unloaded. Let me carefully get this thing off the trailer. There we go. And honestly, let me just throw it on the lift. Careful, and I think that is gonna be good right here. So let me turn it off and we have our first vehicle loaded in our brand new shop. Dude, I can't wait to fix it. Let me just quickly get this Bronco off the trailer. Oh, come on. Oh, this thing did not want to start, but this thing is now running. Dude, I'm thinking about putting like some type of off-roading kit on this thing. I think that will look pretty sick. So let's put it on this lift. Wait, is it gonna fit? Oh, it does, dude. I did not think it was gonna fit. All right, let me hop out. And which car should we begin with? The left one or the right one? Meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna catch someone's toe. Oh, we have to start with the Bronco. So let's kind of lift it up all the way and gotta make sure it doesn't hit the roof. I'm also gonna grab an oil pan because we're gonna be doing an oil change. So let me put that right under. We're gonna be changing the color. So let me quickly remove the rust. Let's make this into a nice matte black. Where's matte black? Oh, there's matte black. Yo, matte black looks insane. Let's add some off-roading tires, which is gonna be this one. Let's make it super fast. There we go. I'm gonna quickly add a grill bar and a light bar. Oh, I don't like that one. Yes, that one looks good. And I will raise it. But before I do raise the suspension, I don't know if I should lower the lift first. You know what? I'm gonna lower the lift first. Ugh. So let me quickly hop out. Oh, hold on. Let me remove this since we already did an oil change. So we're gonna leave this right here since this beauty is gonna be right next. So let's lower this all the way down and let's finish this puppy. So raise the suspension, add a little bit of camber. There we go. Oh yeah, we gotta fix up the dampening and the stiffness since it is gonna be off-roading. Boom, look at that, dude. This thing looks like a beast. Wait, let me just quickly put on some new wheels. Oh yeah, these look sick. And before we do finish, let me just quickly add some tint to the windows. There we go. And that is gonna be this Bronco all fixed up. Look at this. Did I not cook, chat? I think I absolutely cooked with this build right here. Look at this. We got some nice off-roading tires, suspension, and we upgraded it to the max, but we're not gonna be testing it out right now because we gotta quickly fix the supercar because the sun is about to go down. So let's quickly lift this up. There we go. All the way up. Oh my goodness, this thing can go pretty high. I'm gonna put the oil pan right here and let's get her like brand new. So first things first, remove the rust, make this blue. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at this. That looks crazy. We're gonna throw in some racing tires. Yeah, I don't like any of these. I'm gonna keep it stock for the rims, and you can't go wrong with adding some tint to the car like so. So let's make it super duper fast. Fix the ride height. Oh yeah, add a little bit of camber. All right, because this is gonna be a racing car, and that is gonna be it for the build. So let me quickly drop this to the ground so we can take it on a little joyride, which I'm not supposed to be doing, so don't tell anyone. But let me get inside of this beast, and holy moly, look at this. Yo, this thing is sick. Did I ended up cooking, chat? Let me know if I ended up cooking with this, chat. This is a beauty. All right, before the sun does go down, I'm gonna give it a little test in 3, 2, and 1. Go. Oh my goodness. Yo, this thing is so fast. Holy moly. 150. That is crazy. Woo-hoo-hoo. Dude, what a W build. But let me know if you guys did enjoy these builds, and if you did, smash the like button and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me, and I will catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Southern mudding video, and today we're gonna be taking this monster truck. It's gonna be like a, what is this, an off-roading slash mudding truck. This thing is a complete beast. Look at the suspension on this thing. Yo, this is no joke. Oh my goodness, look how intricate this thing is. I've actually never really paid attention to this thing, but anyways, anyways, we're gonna be taking this mudding truck to the brand new mudding pit they added in today's update. Well, I think the update came yesterday, but anyways, we're gonna be taking, let's take a 6x6 because we're gonna go and grab a trailer so we can take that big boy right there. It's bigger, dude. It is way bigger than my 6x6. So we're gonna make our way into the city and get this trailer so we can bring it back and connect it and get it loaded on top of that. So we are now in the city. Let's see, where is the trailer? I think the trailer is gonna be right down here. Ooh, there's a couple of trailers. Let's see, which trailer are we gonna be taking today? So I don't know which trailer to take today. Yeah, this one is way too long. We're not gonna be taking this one at all, but I think we are going to be taking this one right here. So let me get back into 6x6, my favorite Ford Raptor. So let me get this thing turned on. Let me turn around and let's back up so we can get it connected to my hitch. I think that's what it's called, hitch, or is it called a ditch? I think it's called a hitch. But let's get out of here. Let's start making our way back home so we can take the mudding truck to our first location, which is going to be located right down there. And then we're gonna make our way to the second spot, which is going to be the new mudding spot. So make sure you guys stick along, and if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. And let's continue with going back to our house. So this is going to be our house right here. So let me pull into the driveway just like so, and let me actually turn around. Yeah, let me turn around right here because we're gonna load up the truck. So let me hop out, let me pull down the ramps just like so, and let's get into this huge machine. All right, we're in this thing, and I don't know if this is actually going to fit on here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a tight fit. All right, let me get a little bit closer, and awesome, perfect. So time to throw up the ramps just like that, and look at that, we have our monster mudding truck on top of this trailer, and we can now make our way to the first location. So let me turn on this bad boy, and look at the train we got going on. This is a lot, kind of heavy, and I'm gonna try to turn right here without hitting my super expensive truck, and I think that is going to be good. Awesome, we can now start making our way over there. I'm super excited, you guys. I also ended up going to the brand new swamp in my latest video on my main channel, so make sure if you guys do want to check that one out, then you're gonna have to go and head over to my main channel. But here we are. This is going to be the first spot that we're gonna be testing out the mudding truck. I'm super excited. Let me just pull over right around here and let's get the thing unloaded. But we gotta begin by unloading the ramps, and let me hop in here so we can start testing this bad boy. Look at this. This thing is so tall. All right, where should we begin? I think we should begin on this side right here. Yeah, let's begin on this side. I think I'm gonna turn off ABS because I do not want this thing to be having that kind of restriction. But let me get this thing started and let's make our way around the track. We're gonna try to go around the track, and oh, okay, not bad, not bad. Look at this, look at this. Oh, let me try to drift. And okay, so where did I go from here? I think I go this side. All right, let's continue going on this side, and then we'll make our way back over here. And big jump. Look. Oh my goodness, yo, that jump was massive. Yo, that's freaking crazy. All right, let's continue going, and we got one more jump. One, and oh yes, we're doing it. And drift. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I kind of ended up hitting the sidewall with my tires, but let's make our way back because we're gonna go through the middle. Come on. Oops, I keep hitting the obstacles. That's fine, that's fine. This thing is indestructible. All right, let's go through this part and then up this hill. I do not know if it's gonna make it. Let's, oh, come on, come on, come on. Yes. No way, it actually went over that hill right there. All right, let's do this part and we should be pretty much done. And look at that, a 10 out of 10. Yo, this thing is a complete machine. So let's go back, drift right there, and oh my goodness, look how muddy my truck is. Oh, this is not good. We're gonna have to take this to the car wash, but after we finish with our second check. So let's back this thing up and let's get it loaded back on the trailer because we still have one more track to go, which is gonna be the brand new one. So I'm gonna carefully load this up. Oh, yep, I knew it. I was parked way too much on the left side. So let me readjust myself. Gotta make sure this is good now. All right, and I think that might be good. If this thing slips, that's not gonna be no bueno. So let's get out of here. All right, let's start making our way to this second truck, and now this second truck is gonna be located near the swamp, the brand new swamp. So it's part of the expansion that dropped yesterday. So let's start making our way over there. But so far, I am very impressed with this truck. Let me know what you guys think about this mudding truck. Are you guys not impressed? This thing does not only handle the mud like a complete beast, but it can go uphill like a complete breeze. So I'm I'm very impressed so far with this truck. But we have an intersection right around here, so let me put on my blinkers and let's make a left turn onto this road. Awesome. Not bad, not too shabby. But let me quickly check my phone just to make sure we are going the right way, because if we're not, then yeah, that's not gonna be good. Oh my goodness, it is literally right here. So this is gonna be the brand new mudding pit. Dude, it's actually bigger than the other one. I think so. It definitely does look bigger than the other one. But I see the entrance for this mudding pit right on the side, so we're gonna make a right turn just like so. And let me turn on my emergency lights, because we're gonna park right on the side of the road just around here. I think this is gonna be a nice parking spot. I don't want to obstruct the road too much, but let me turn off my engine and let's get this thing unloaded so we can test it onto this track right here. Oh my goodness, this looks crazy. So let me hop in and let me get this thing onto the track. So let's go. We're just gonna rip it from the beginning. So let's go. Oh, whoa. Look at this, easy peasy lemon squeezy. And I think we're gonna go around right here. Oh, yo, dude, I am so muddy right now. Oh my goodness. Yo, actually, first person is crazy. Look at this. First person looks insane. It looks actually pretty fun if I were to do this in real life. Not that you should. All right, let me carefully back up and let's go through here. Actually, I see a log right there. I kind of want to go on top of it. Can I do that? All right, I have an idea. Let's go back to this like little island. Oh, dude, this thing is so deep. Look how deep this thing is. Oh my goodness, it's so deep, you guys. All right, let's go on top of this little island and I'm gonna try to go on to that log right there. Let's test it out. Let's see how good this thing is. And oh, come on. Oh no, is that a fail? Let me try this again. All right, we're gonna get a little bit more speed and look at that, we went over the log. Well, halfway actually. I mean, technically we did go over it, but let's get out of here. Oh my goodness, look at my truck. Look how muddy this thing is, dude. Hopefully my engine is not dirty right now. If my engine is dirty, then that means that this truck can break down. But let's give it one more run and then we're gonna make our way to the car wash so we can clean this truck. Wee. Okay, this is fun. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the most fun I've had since yesterday. But let's go through this. Come on, big jump. Oh yeah, dude, this thing can go over rocks like if they were like little pebbles. Yo, that's insane. All right, let me get this thing back loaded up on the trailer because I think it's starting to become night. Let me turn that bad boy off and let's throw up the ramps. All right, let me carefully back up so we can make a gigantic U-turn just like so, and we should be out of here. We're gonna make our way to the car wash, so I'll meet you guys over there. Alrighty everyone, we are now back in the city. We're gonna go into the car wash because this thing is super dirty. So let me park right around here. Let me turn on my emergency lights again and wait. Okay, for a second I thought I did not put up my ramps, but I did. Thankfully I did. I am not forgetful. That's nice to know. All right, so let's pull into one of these car washers thingies, and oh my goodness, I cannot believe my truck barely fits. Dude, my truck barely fits. Look at this, it's so big. All right, so let me grab the pressure washer. Let's do that, and let's start washing this thing. I'm gonna wash the tires. There we go. And I think we're almost finished cleaning this truck. Look at this, it's starting to look like brand new. Let me just clean the undercarriage just like so. We gotta make sure our suspension does not rust, and we are gonna be done. Look at this. Hold on, I cannot see right now. Let me quickly pull this thing out so we can get a good look. And look at this, it is like brand spanking new. That means we can load up our truck back onto the trailer just like so, turn it off and pull up the ramps so we can go back home. So let's pull into the driveway, and honestly I don't think I'm gonna unload everything. I'm just gonna disconnect my trailer because I'm feeling a little bit lazy today. So let me get a little bit close to the end of the concrete, disconnect it, and let me get back in my truck because I'm gonna get it parked right next to my, wait, what is this? Camaro. Yeah, it's like a Camaro Z01. Super nice sports car. I love it. It's a good old American V8 power into this thing. But anyways, what time is it? Oh my goodness, the sun is starting to go down. All right, so that means I gotta say my goodbyes, you guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on to the next one. Peace.